Konnichiwa minasan, selamat datang diucapkan kepada anda yang mengikuti sesi ini secara langsung dan juga anda yang menonton sesi ini setelah live stream ini berakhir ke sesi kolaborasi stomachofchaos.com bersama laman pop culture suka ramai BuzzPopTV. Seperti biasa, saya Kudo Maharizu dari laman blog stomachofchaos.com bersama para panelis dari BuzzPopTV akan berceloteh malam ini tentang Mobile Gundam The Witch from Mercury, Kido Senshi Gundam Suisei no Majo musim kedua dan memberi reaksi serta ulasan episod 18 hingga ke 21 which just was aired about 4 hours ago.
And I watched like 5 minutes ago.
Siri anime Wish dari from Mercury ni disiarkan di laman streaming GUNDAMINFO, Netflix dan Anyone Asia, di mana new episodes will be at about 4 hours ago. That's about 5 PM kot Malaysian time. Every Sunday. So bersama saya untuk memberi ulasan season finale. Season finale pula.
Boleh lagi.
18 so which excited sangat. Bentar lagi. Kita pun tak tahu berapa episod di season. Episod 18 malam ni adalah Gundam Gunpla Sensei BuzzPopTV. Disiarkan. How are you, my friend? Oh, sekejap.
I just
actually I mentioned Shaz's name.
Oh, ya ke?
Apa-apa.
I think it's been a crazy 3-4 weeks of anime dengan movie everywhere. Macam tak pernah lah aku sibuk tengok kat sinema macam gila.
Aku perasan juga sampai tengok Spider-Man 2 kali bagai. Aku tengok sekali je hari Rabu itu dekat IMAX, kat local IMAX itu orang. And
X 2 kali.
Aku tengok, aku just enjoy the spectacle. I know the story, aku understand it, but probably not in depth lah. So you saw it 3 times or something? Chaz? Chaz, can you hear me?
Sorry, apa dia?
Can you hear me? Or
tadi tak dengar. What was it?
no, you watched the film 3 times?
Oh tak. Spider-Verse 2 2 kali. Fast X 2 kali.
Okay. Itu obviously. Okay, dan juga Gundam Law Sensei Tarbizi Ali. How are you?
Busy with work. Daripada banyak movie-movie yang aku nak tengok, aku terpaksa tak sempat masih. Spider-Man tu aku minat gila pun aku tak sempat tengok lagi.
I know the feeling though, because hari tu macam aku nak tengok Guardians, aku lambat sikit je because banyak sangat blockbuster kan this month, last month.
Start daripada Guardians tu banyak benda aku miss.
So nak tengok Guardian kat IMAX memang terlepas lah if you didn't watch it in the first 5 days. And juga Gunpla Sensei Myra dari blog like Grey Lines Between. You Sensei lah juga. Sensei. How are you?
Yeah. Okay. Sensei, oleh kerana Sensei terpaksa show off sikit lah.
Yelah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Show off the backlog.
Sikit je.
Show off the backlog.
Sangat finally relieved that I'm gonna be off work beginning this week. Next week sampai September kot. I'm gonna be off work, so let's restart Gunpla session balik after almost 6 months tak build apa-apa other than just polishing some stuff and tapi work has been crazy for the past couple months, tapi tak apa, kita dah start untuk break, so I'm gonna restart again. So
you wanna shout out to people, to sesiapa yang mungkin nak tengok your live, are you live streaming your Gunpla sessions?
Okay, I shout out to my friends yang sekarang tengah tengok juga, so not to worry, finally I've answered you punya request for me to do a live Gunpla session again, sebab I pun tak tahu whether this time around macam, so I haven't decided on my setup dekat mana yet, tapi not to worry, memang akan buat I think we're gonna start live streaming on YouTube instead of Facebook sebab banyak sangat problem dengan copyright and whatnot, but yeah, do stay tuned. And Sebab ada orang request untuk start Gunpla session dengan Witch from Mercury punya kit. So hopefully I'm gonna bring out all my backlog lah. Tapi rasanya memang akan insert UC juga.
Get ready for more backlogs after seeing episode 21.
Yes.
Anyway, so seperti biasa, untuk makluman anda yang belum pernah mengikuti sesi ulasan kami, perbincangan kami akan mengandungi spoilers yang berkait dengan episod-episod yang diulas, dan juga kepada anda yang menonton sesi ini setelah live stream ini berakhir, silalah langgan kepada laman YouTube STOMACHOFCHAOS dan BuzzPopTV supaya anda tidak ketinggalan untuk menonton live stream kami yang akan datang, dan jangan lupa untuk tenyeh butang like itu. So anyway, tanpa melengah bahasa, mari kita ke reaksi satu ayat. Right, reaksi satu ayat saya. Oi, gila banyak plot twist. Banyak. Kalau benda ni settle, benda ni lah pula start.
Yes.
Macam, but and about time lah juga. I mean, we got to know answers to a lot of questions that we had in the past, knowing what's what and semua bagai. Mizi, what's your reaksi satu ayat?
Reaksi satu ayat would be apa?
Ayat boleh.
We see daripada yang our last session sampai episod berapa
17
kan?
17.
Yang mana 17 is just when she, yang I call it the ultimate betrayal, yang dia kena baling kitchen.
Okay. So what we see after, lepas tu role Suleta makin lama makin mengecil, seolah-olah macam dia jadi side character pula, and then role Jetuk rambut pendek dengan Miorine tu dah jadi center stage, which I like because I find those two are the most interesting characters yang I bother untuk hafal nama dia sepanjang ni. Tapi walaupun I suka, but I rasa macam sad because dia punya Gundam tajuk ni The Witch from Mercury itu is Suleta, but now you ketepikan dia sebab kau as I suspected, you tak boleh nak buat apa sangat dengan Suleta ni semua, sampai you kena bagi orang lain macam move the plot, jadi center stage semua. Sampai dia jadi side character in her own series.
In her own,
But don't you think that bit yang menampakkan dia jadi side character tu hanya untuk 2 episod saja, in a greater scheme of things, and it's necessary for some degree of pendewasaan dari watak dia? Don't you think that she's different? Obviously we're going to talk about this later on.
Only I nampak benda tu onwards in today's episode.
Yes, I know, but I mean, but that's the thing. I mean, but fair enough. So I was thinking, kalau tapi tak apalah, kita akan go on talking about those other aspects. Next reaksi satu ayat dari Myra. So what you think?
Reaksi satu ayat.
Baru tengok aja, fresh from the.
Sebab baru tengok tadi, I think siapa yang nampak I punya reaction while I was watching it, like, oh my god, that was. I was speechless. I was speechless. Dia punya development, sebab if we were to take daripada season 1, tak payahlah, daripada first episode season ni sahaja pun, you can see that dia punya turn of events, like, memang I think up to this point baru Mizi macam rasa macam, okay, finally ada something yang I want to watch. So I can totally relate to that lah. Tapi memang, oh my god, that was like baru fresh tadi kan, 15 minit yang lalu. I'm like,
sebab gini, because yang these two current episode, 2-3 episode ni lah is what Gunpla is all about. It's about the politics, dia apa semua, bukan high school kau nak duel ni apa-apa semua. So itu more like Gundam Build Fighters punya tu. So sekarang we get to see that what is the impact of the politics, Earth versus Spacian semua ni.
Sebab sebelum ni kita tengok dia punya political ke, dia punya cerita pasal like, so everything was in the background. Tapi sekarang ni benda ni kena tarik keluar, and then like very visual, very very enticing lah in a way. Yeah. So I kind of like totally agree with that lah.
Okay, Syaz punya one sentence reaction.
The series dah begin to mature sama macam Harry Potter moving from book 4 to book 7.
What happened between book 4 to book 7 ya?
Specifically book 4.
Tak ingat.
The earlier
Order of the Phoenix tadi.
The series.
Order of the Phoenix lah.
Basically the first half of the series was very light, and then a major tragedy event happened, and now we're moving to the mature side of the storyline. So hopefully the fans yang lain were prepared lah for the shift in the tone, because ini bukan Build Fighters. This is for Mercury.
Yeah.
Okay.
No more apa duel yang apa potong jambul lah.
Tapi untuk I understand lah your frustration with regard that aspect, but I think that it had to be made that way because kita mungkin nampak sangat sekolah tu jadi barbarian gila kalau betul duel dia sampai ke mati. You know, they are school kids, and the cerita tu, that's the premise of the cerita kan. Kalau cerita ni just based on a bunch
But then I
people.
like the school setup tu I suka because banyak I layan anime lain yang apa school based punya apa tu classroom of the elite, Food Wars, because I tengok benda ni I selalu compare dengan Food Wars. Food Wars macam you have a setup yang macam okay, you duel makan apa semua, you know kalau menang ni kau dapat apa, ranking kau jadi tinggi apa-apa semua.
Yeah. I guess every story
sekadar dapat holder tu saja. Orang lain pun tak duel lah.
Tak, that's the thing. Orang lain duel. I think dia tak tunjuk because masa bit yang masa when Skeleta was the holder and masa Gale was being held on planet Earth.
Yang dia lawan sekali 5 tu.
But in part of the part of the dialogue, it implied that she had many duels because people were like coming up to her, tak puas hati dengan dia kan, and she keep winning. But of course she wins because she's in Ariel, and because Ariel tu Gundam kan.
For me it's a missed opportunity because if you buat macam banyak duel, you could say more gampla. Tengok orang ni gampla dia lain sikit, tengok orang ni gampla dia lain sikit, ada special ability.
Tapi for me bila dia I think first the way that I see things like how within macam 1 bulan kan Bandai dia release couple of apa nama dia Gundam ataupun model kit. So macam orang kata market punya wise lah, Gunpla punya market wise. I think kenapa dia macam I perasan lah bila dia first season kan sampailah now punya sekarang punya up to date yang sekarang punya episode, I feel like the first dia nak this is how Bandai dia lay groundwork like for fans untuk beli kit and everything. Okay, kita dah calm down, dah setting, dah pre-order semua kan. So now we focus on the story lah for me. So macam actually the pace is quite nice for me because before this memang busy fikir like the design and everything, dah ada teori apa semua. So sekarang kita dah chill dah boleh betul-betul enjoy
Not
the
trying
story.
to pry, you did show off your little pile of stuff. Tu semua tu WFM kan? Tu semua WFM kan?
Ya, sekarang ni dah ada 21.
Diorang dah buat 21. So bak kata busy, nak jual banyak mana lagi bro? I mean,
aku rasa the pacing was wasted. Dia bukan nak kata wasted, tapi macam they should have made it a two season punya thing. The first season should have been the long term school punya shenanigans. But bit by bit you tengok kenapa si Ilan ni perangai berubah-ubah. Kenapa Syadik ni selalu je tiba-tiba dalam kelas hilang. So you slowly build up that there is something going on in the background, but you do not reveal it until the last 3 episodes. Then the 3 episodes is the setup for the major corporate scene, and ultimately the last half of season 2 will be the Quiet Zero punya arc. Then
kalau
like
buat macam tu,
one whole year tau
school setup tu, you kena mantap.
Tapi berbalik kepada Syaz punya suggestion, I mean, I think the problem is that they are doing the corporate bit when they are still in school. which is one of the questions that
Yeah.
we'll have later on. But I think we'll tackle that when we get there lah. Because let's quickly see what chat have. Assalamualaikum guys. Elmel, Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.
Waalaikumsalam.
I think Myra did that for us just now. And Pom Pom no
Pom
Atama,
Pom head.
yes. Yeah, Pom Pom Atama.
I was waiting for someone to point that out actually.
Because kelakar gila aku nak pergi sepatutnya, tapi last week apparently train tak ada, so highway will be jam packed. Dekat there's a city 2 hours away called Leicester. There's a shop yang nak buat macam sale lah. Dia jual gamplar juga, dia jual figures and all that. Lepas tu dia pun lah poster gambar cucu tau. Betul aku cakap, will cucu be there? Dia kata, well, if somebody can find a pink pom-pom, she will be there. Macam aku gelak gila. Caleb Paul, hello. My one word reaction is wow. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Kategori degree menambah, kesian seleta tapi tak ingat sangat pun. Kalau nak relate format character yang tak menjadi sangat. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Terlampau character lah sampai tak terasa side characters pun aku pun lupa. But yeah, but that's how it is, I guess. So let's get going to the first episode for this session, which is episode 18. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, episode 18, Karap no Watashi Tachi, Our Empty Selves. So basically just nak mengingatkan kita dalam session kita about 3 to 4 weeks ago lah juga. So the last episode was episode 17 di mana Gale jatuh challenged Suleta as a holder after returning from Earth, and then obviously he won. And because of the fact that he won, kira Murine kira break off lah the engagement, whatever it is, blah 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 blah. Imo baling keychain bagai. So anyway, post betrayal time. So macam mana tak empty? I mean, referring to the title Empty Selves, sementara Suleta cuba occupy her now demoted to her non-holder status. Gale and Murine sedang bertengkus lumus untuk bisnes keluarga masing-masing. Pandangan anda, Syaz?
Aku rasa it's not just the fact that they lost the holder status. It's the fact that she kena backstab by Murine herself. And Murine lepas tu immediately bolayan, tak nak sembang lah. Tak nak cakap lah. So I boleh faham the perspective of what Murine is trying to do in dia punya, how shall we say, she did not expect a betrayal later on lah. So she was just doing because this will keep Suleta out of harm's way. Apparently that was her perception,
intention lah.
But dia totally biasalah bila kita orang in love kan, the moment you kena cut off macam tu, kau akan macam like what just happened kan. So some people mengamuk, some people become zombie, some people end up over compensating by doing all kinds of things. So in
orang lain
case ni dia overcompensate by doing things. Cuma is that she as a person tak buat banyak benda lah. Dia tak ada tiba-tiba lari marathon ke apa ke,
gunting rambut ke, gunting rambut pendek ke.
The most usual lah, paling typical potong rambut lah.
Kalau perempuan essentially.
Dia tak buat lagu ke apa ke. So itulah. Just go back to her normal life.
But she did become
as much
a
as she
zombie.
can lah.
I guess.
Tapi kalau nak cakap normal, sebab dia daripada first episode lagi dia dah jadi holder kan. So for me kan, kalau nak cakap, for me I was actually surprised dengan dia punya turn of character. Sebab daripada first tu dia sebenarnya, I tak tahu, sebab dia masuk je terus, dia dah on the first day dia masuk, dia dah deal dengan Gale kan. So macam it's more like it's a new side of her bila tengok dia how dia actually adapt dengan life as a non-holder punya. Macam I think macam that's kind of like new lah.
I think another thing about kalau dia seseorang yang memang tahu dia terror, for example, I'm a skilled pilot, don't you dare F with me kan, datang and then dia duel dengan orang and then dia menang. See, I told you I'm terror. Ini dia tak, dia terror je spaceship saya. Okay, nice. So I think reaction orang macam tu lagi lain kot. Especially for somebody like her who's like, yes mom, yes.
Yeah. Kan dia balik kepada like her original intention of like going to school, attending, like being macam yang dia cakap lah, dia finally dia kata fulfilling all the ticking all the
So you
boxes.
tengok dia punya reaction is not the type of reaction a full
adult. I mean
person yang ada a full life will react to tau. Kita kalau kena kalah macam tu, then tiba-tiba someone who say, oh I backstab you, wow, kita akan protes kot, mengamuk, beronta kan. Kita akan go to the organizer punya like, what is this nonsense kan. Why was my battle interrupted? What was she doing there in the first place? Then you akan ada investigation and what so tiba-tiba dia macam like,
dia tak ada life experience
kan.
dia
That's
tak ada
right.
experience.
tak ada life experience to guide her.
Because they make the character Suleta to so submissive.
I'm not faulting them for that, but there is a reason for it because interesting that you mentioned that, because I don't know if it's a meme or not, but somebody kind of like did, it's a meme lah. They just said the birth of Suleta was when this is jumping the gun a bit, episode 19 when she found out when she got dumped by her mom. And then her first meal in life was when she ate the food when lepas dia kena kantoi muka makan tak putih air tu. Hence the start of her life as a human being yang rasa keperitan hidup dan sebagainya is now pretty much. We've got a next question actually. Is there anybody else wanting to say something? I'll have a look. Just a quick one. Afiq Fitri kata apa? Baru ingat nak tengok episod baru malam ni. Yelah, sorry lah because faham because dia only a few hours ago I cannot expect.
Baru je tadi.
Tapi because macam excited juga. Kalau saya tadi cakap kat kawan-kawan macam katalah most of us tak dapat tengok, we'll just push it off to the next Bedah lah. Tapi tengok semua orang dah tengok, borak je lah.
I cadangkan kepada Afiq, sambil you listen to the Bedah, you tengok the episode tu sekali, because we might actually end up talking about it.
Macam director commentary.
It's the most interesting benda nak cakap.
Episode tu.
Ada soalan menyimpang sekejap dari Caleb. Out of topic, what's your favourite Studio Ghibli anime? Oh gosh, I'll ask you first what I think. Mizi?
I
Did you
actually
watch?
tak pernah tengok pun any Studio Ghibli anime.
That's fine. Myra?
I'm sorry, but since my really close friend is a huge fan of Studio Ghibli and aku ni jenis yang rebel sikit, so I only watch one. The only one that I watch is, of course, Spirited Away. So yeah, I'm crushing hard on Haku.
Oh, Princess Mononoke Studio Ghibli ah?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's the only one I watch.
Okay. Shaz?
Okay, cool.
Shaz?
I pernah watch a bit of Princess Mononoke, and then I realised I do not appreciate Studio Ghibli, so aku tak tengok.
Not your style. Not
that. Dia macam kalau kita tengok Mona Lisa, kita sebagai orang yang tak appreciate seni, cantik, dia ada sengih tepi kiri. Compare dengan someone who appreciate arts, beza tau. I cannot appreciate their works. I can see the art is good. The storytelling is more macam
compelling
I cannot. I just tak boleh nak
tak
accept.
compel
Just like some people mungkin tak minat Fast and Furious. You know, that kind of, it might be art to people like me, like, oh, best thing ever. Tapi orang lain tengok apa benda ni, kereta masuk angkasa. So I will end up hating something which is actually a piece of work. So I decided not to watch.
Okay,
it's not for me lah.
Naruhodo.
Yalah, lain orang, lain padang, lain belalang apa. Tapi I'm giving a hot take here. What Shaz is just describing the difference between entertainment and art. Satu tu hiburan, satu tu seni. Tapi I'm not saying seni tak boleh menghiburkan, tapi tak semua benda yang menghiburkan adalah seni. So dalam Venn diagram, seni tu hiburan tu kecil sikit lah. I like Studio Ghibli because don't want to sound pretentious, but I've never seen a story from Ghibli. I mean, memang it varies. Some of them a bit macam high fantasy sangat. Macam I couldn't really get, for example, Howl's Moving Castle. Yet it is not written by him. It's a book by a Welsh writer. Going back to really basics, my Tonari no Totoro and Spirited Away to top ni lah. Tapi so Caleb, so unfortunately your panelist friends here are not really all into Ghibli. So going on to the next question. Right. Oh, is this the right? Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, it is. It is the right second. Yeah.
Second.
So saya punya subtitle for this question adalah pisang berbuah 2 kali di angkasa lepas. So tak cukup dengan episod 17. Budak saya tak Suleta ni kena lagi. This time from her kind of kakak and mother. The revelation of what she is, who she is, what the whole thing is about Ariel. Pendapat anda, Myra?
Okay, so at this point kan, from the episode berapa yang previous punya episode, macam dah nampak how Prospera seems even more diabolical than previous punya previous season. Memang dah nampak dah dekat situ how even tadi yang dalam previous episode pun dah nampak macam mana dia while dealing dengan Mio dengan dengan Gale Jetap, dia at the same time ada communicate dengan Grassley House. So at that point it was revealed dah yang Grassley siapa yang Sadiq Zainali dah pegang PAL teknologi at the time. So memang dah nampak dekat situ tiba-tiba dia macam nonchalantly boleh pula communicate dengan Sadiq sedangkan dia tengah deal dengan much more vulnerable situation Mio dengan Gale Jetap lah. So memang nampak dekat situ. So dalam yang part yang ni memang kita just, for me we were just confirming our theories about Eric Samaya. So I was just heartbroken, memang nangis sebab sedih sangat sebab tapi like I said previously, I mentioned before that ini part yang kita appreciate finally ada development in terms of Suleta punya character. So ni probably the only seconds yang we saw she's actually having like outburst, like dia nangis kan dalam when she was yang tu lah.
Balik bawah.
So memang kat sini je kita nampak like after this kan dia jadi macam zombie sikit. So I feel like
zombification occurred after this.
Yeah, so I feel like ini kita just confirm je kat sini macam I was just letting this scenes macam wash me over je actually. So
anybody else got to say anything about this?
Tak lah, macam rasa tak berapa surprise sangat sebab dah postulate memang like I think 80-90% comes through. Dia and Ariel is actually Airy yang consciousness di-upload. And the Quiet Zero is actually macam Bedah. It's like a repository of
we'll talk about that later. And I would like you to explain it more, but we'll talk about it when we get to the chapter 21 discussion. And because aku lupa nak cakap kau, minta kau tolong explainkan tu nanti. So we'll talk about that later.
Alright, so sekarang ni itulah I mean yes, betul, it's a second betrayal. So it's supposed to be macam, kalau trope ni nama dia break the cutie.
Break the what?
Break the cutie.
Break the cutie.
Okay, faham.
Satu karakter yang cute, lepas tu macam jadi tragedy, and then dia jadi macam tough apa semua, which dalam today's episode tu you nampak a glimpse that bila macam member mak dia explain.
Okay.
And but yeah, this is like the most interesting development lah for her, but it's still a long way for me to like her as a character.
That's
fine. I'm not forcing you to like. Shaz, you got anything else to say?
I don't actually consider this as a betrayal, believe it or not.
Okay.
Because
okay.
Eri is not betraying out of spite or intent. She is believing
Yeah.
100% what her mom is saying to her. Sebab kita jangan lupa Eri ni umur dia berapa, tak sampai, what was her birthday? They last celebrated
4-5 gitu kan.
4 tahun.
tak
Yonsai,
few
dia
years
cakap.
kan dia, and she does not understand that her ability to pinpoint and then cause lights, which is actually
Tapi-
explosion, is actually
Itulah if kalau her 4-year-old self is being uploaded into area or love brief pada masa itu, adakah macam when your soul or your brainwave brain pattern being digitized, adakah dia akan stay that 4-year-old or actually develop juga through time if you macam rasa the experience, tapi the experience dia is limited to apa yang dia
I rasa dia tak evolve because you can see that her persona is still macam budak of the age that she was when she died or suffered the serious injuries, and then the fact that dia macam kakak tapi dia tak faham nak explain in a kakakly manner.
Yeah.
I think boleh dia
Simply
explain
because
tak ada dunia punya pengalaman kot.
yeah. Dia macam mana dia nak mature kalau dia tak experience as a living person?
Yep, correct. So she was probably not exposed to the internet macam ChatGPT. So with that lack of real world experience kan, dia tak boleh nak grow as a person lah dari segi maturity semua tu.
Or did you mean that people like her are people who use ChatGPT?
Tak, as in that kita compare even an AI,
tahu lah, because this is a
ChatGPT is being exposed to real world data.
Dia bukan macam transformer. Dia boleh access www.
Eri is not exposed to the world.
Yeah, I know, but she's like worse than but even then, the so-called exposure by AI to what's around the world, it can be taken to a literal sense because, I mean, not trying to talk about Terminator, Skynet or whatever, but you know, dia punya logical thinking dia would be like self-preservation. Like they were doing tests on AI with certain things. And then they want, that's wrong, we don't want that. And then they wanted to switch it off. The AI switch itself on again. They said, no, I've not done my work yet. Why are you switching me off? And then when you want to switch off again, they try to make, if things like that, you go like, bloody hell, if this machine is going to be doing things like letukkan apa-apa ke, they're smart, but pasal dia tak ada
it's not just the fear that Eri will grow outside of the mom punya influence, but it's the fact that the mom could have been worried that exposing her to real world information might change her
worldview,
suitability to the data storm. Kalau she start growing and start thinking on different things, she might not be able to handle the data storm as well anymore. So at that age, because there's never been a precedent of a person like this, so the mom probably cannot take the risk of letting Eri develop further from that age. So memang is a tragedy within a tragedy lah.
I would like to recommend another animated story yang dekat Paramount Plus. Tajuk dia Pantheon, which explore this concept of digitalization of your personality. Also kalau cerita lama you ingat War Games also deals with AI tiba-tiba jadi pandai nak buat simulation perang jadi real.
That's a bit frightening. Right, when I see a few red dots on comment. Is this Caleb? Yes, Caleb. We will see that in the next couple of episodes. Kategori negeri ada soalan. Macam ada plot hole. Kenapa Prospera clone Suleta sampai tunggu selama 21 tahun? Macam tak ada motif Prospera ni. Oh, you have to bear in mind, tak salah aku, because dia failed and then only later on dapat a perfect one. Isn't that what the
Prospera ni adalah petualang di sebalik petualang dalam segala petualang ini.
Kenapa dia tunggu
Probably didn't need to
21
make
years?
Suleta at that point of time lah kot.
Yeah, no, the thing is, if I'm not mistaken, that she tried several times and this final time is the proper one that she, jadi.
The clone was
Dia
17
mention-
years ago kan.
Ya. Dia clone.
No, that's what kategori duk tanya. Kenapa tunggu 4 tahun sebelum nak clonekan Erich jadi Suleta? Faham?
Kan dalam yang latest episode dia ada mention apa dia mention tadi? Dia cakap kalau dia kena replicate sebab dah tak boleh, sebab Eri dah sakit kan.
Yes.
So maybe yang episode baru tadi keluar. Tu yang I remember.
That's
Dia
the
kena
thing. Even before this episode, I macam duk teringat because macam the mother was trying out to make this clone to be able to. I know that she doesn't have to withstand the red data storm because Ares is absorbing it. But I think the other clones prior to her still couldn't handle it. That's how I think. So
the clone technology ni still tak stabil lagi. So mesti banyak trial, banyak eksperimen plus 21 years ni adalah untuk rancangan semua dia ni.
Even pel teknologi yang canggih pun berapa orang enhanced person kan. So nak compare dengan suicide teknologi dekat Mercury yang very limited lagi. So I think it's just given lah. Itu macam kita given, it's like given lah, dia ambil masa sikit dia nak clone.
Shinsei apa industri ni dia perusahaan kecil, kecil-kecilan. Dia bukan korporat besar seperti IBM.
Macam
tapi dia Khairul Amin kuat-kuat. Dia boleh buat sambanyet.
Cloning dalam Gundam siri lain pernah di-explore dalam Double Zeta yang blue tu. Dia ada 2 version and then di-explore sekali lagi dalam bawa apa Kesatria tu salah satu clone yang ke-12. So and then also di-explore dalam
Dari mana tadi Mizi?
O
Line kau
season
putus
2
tadi.
yang innovates, yang semua tu adalah clone. Biasa korang pun putus juga tadi aku.
Tak, aku dengar yang Kesatria, antara Kesatria dengan Puru-Puru tu aku tak dengar.
Okey. Itulah. Siapa dah nama pilot Kesatria tu?
Unicorn ke ni?
Bukan.
Lah.
Oh. Kesatria. Oh yalah, warna merah.
Aku tak ingat.
Kesatria warna hijau.
Bukan. I remember the Gunpla line dia warna merah.
Gaduh.
Maju kot. Dia apa yang tu Blue 12 which apa captain tu jumpa somewhere and then dia ambil jadi anak angkat dia and then apa dia di-clone because macam dia nak create new type punya apa dipanggil cyber new type lah, new type tiruan as opposed to natural new type. And then Double O season 2 yang innovates tu yang apa geng-geng apa dah nama dia yang last kali dia lawan semua apa banyak clone and then apa semua mati, which is macam berkaitan dia clone tu semua dia apa macam link up dengan Bedah. So nanti kita cerita apa Bedah how Bedah similar to apa Quiet Zero ni.
Quiet Zero.
Darth Vader. If the kalau aku Prospera baik simpan je Gundam tu dari bagi ke company lain pegang. But as much as she has said that we'll help you ingat dia pegang. Tengoklah sampai episode. In fact, not the kalau kategori you have not watched the latest one, tak payah tengok episode 19 dan 20. Dia cakap
as a Charles clone, Prospera ni aku anggap macam okey jugalah plan dia ni.
Machiavellian gila babi ya.
Third coming of Shah Aznabil.
Aznabil perempuan. Anyway, so let's get on to our next episode. Episode yang ke-9. Okay, Ichiban Janai Yarkata, not the best way, but I thought this was a pretty good episode. It's not the best way. So basically, kita start dengan something lighter lah. I'm doing it out of sequence sikit. Masalah Earth House, rumah bumi. So basically, you got Martha. Dia Perancis rupanya, bukan the British or English Martin. Yang as you can see the first panel tu, jadi tukang urut kaki. I still cannot remember what her name is. Is that the one yang kau benci tu, Izzy? Minah yang suka posing duduk.
I think banyak geng-geng yang macam Alpha Girls apa semua ni. Kat sofa and then siapa lalu ganjing. But I got a feeling yang ganjing tu banyak tu geng-geng girl lah yang
yes, ni satu geng dengan girl. Dia the only character yang tinggal dekat situ.
Dia tak ikut masa anyway, we will deal with that later.
Tapi sebut perempuan kan?
Yeah. Except for Lauda, adik girl.
Yalah, dia itulah, tapi semua perempuan macam pula.
Exactly. So masalah Earth House ni, diorang sekarang disyaki sebagai pengganas Earthian by virtue of what happened with Nika. Mata macam jadi serba salah, jadi bodoh, jadi bingai pasal dia kata betul ke aku patut buat macam tu because pasal aku dia kan yang macam give her up to the
front
to the
front management.
That. And then obviously now dia orang jadi macam tak cukup dengan them being Earthians, they want to suspect. So pandangan anda yang tentang isu bertindan kat atas budak-budak rumah ni, Amizi?
That's why my previous point tu, yang the school set up tu not very strong. It's like macam when the first they announced the Wish Mercury and then the premise was they are going to school belajar bawa Gundam apa semua. I was expecting something like Food Wars or My Hero Academia where macam dalam cerita-cerita macam tu the school tu memainkan peranan. So bila school memainkan peranan, so okay macam Food Wars kan, dia ada juga house dia ada juga karakter-karakter dia walaupun tak nampak sangat dia orang tu memasak, tapi dia I mean you at least tahu macam fungsi dia apa, what they bring to the story and everything. So ni macam you don't really care and you are macam cari, for me lah, I don't really care dan I struggle untuk remember their names. And then you tengok the first panel cakap tu apalah submisi sangat apa.
It become frustrating lah tengok orang macam tu. Faham.
Is it macam there is a sexual connotation BDSM ke apa ke, tak faham why you tunjuk macam ni. So that's why macam secara tak sedar you guys like cucu because cucu yang
hey jangan kau cucu tu.
Tapi kan kalau Mizi cakap macam tu kan, for me sebab kalau nak cakap, nak refer back to My Hero Academia, okay, don't come for My Hero Academia. But it's just for me, dalam My Hero Academia, dia academia. It's already in the title. Of course, it's gonna be about the UA school. And then for like berapa season, dorang still first year student. Tapi dalam ni Witch from Mercury, we shouldn't have focused so much on the school itself. For me lah, kita cakap pasal how cerita Witch from Mercury ni pasal apa, how dia punya macam dia punya ability, even though we didn't get into like so much into like the piloting skills and whatnot, macam dia just tekan-tekan je kan macam tu kan. Tapi for me, we're still because the Witch from Mercury kan, okay, if you
but it was sold that way, it's a school set up.
Tapi kau kena fikir juga sekolah ni kepunyaan Benerit. So dia macam umpamakan sekolah, akan aku sebutkan kena kecam pula.
MC.
Tak, itu sekolah kerajaan walaupun ada dia punya legacy dia kan. Tapi I'm talking about private schools yang you went to for your form 6. Okay. Yang kau tahu kan nama dia dulu apa sebelum jadi KMYUEM? Because it was
tu bukan form 6 lah.
A level is
Dia-
form 6.
For me,
No,
dia kan-
Myra.
Oleh
Let me finish my point.
matrikulasi yayasan.
Yeah. Because so it's a private school.
It's a private,
Okay, mungkin dia ada lah dia punya own apa ethos of education ke apa. Ambil just one house for Earthians. Nak apa tik apa apa orang panggil kota, okay lah. Jangan kata kami racist, ada orang bumi. Walaupun
it will be interesting kalau they go through that route. Sekarang sebab first sebelum the episode 0 and then episode 1 and then the trailer the advertisement tu cakap okay they are going to school, tunjuk gambar-gambar dia orang pakai uniform apa semua. So apa tu yang macam membuat aku interesting, like okay, you want to do a Gundam in a school setup, okay fine, it's very interesting. First, second, Suleta dia punya motivation awal-awalnya adalah nak pergi sekolah, nak jumpa boyfriend, nak ada best friend, nak ada apa-apa semua. So mula-mulanya macam tu. So masa tu kita tak tahu lagi cerita pasal the Beneric group ni, the apa korporat apa semua. But it's sad macam you jual benda lain tapi cerita you pasal benda lain. So sekarang school dah musnah, it's a totally benda lain pasal apa konflik apa and Prospera ni semua.
Tapi I can let me give it back to you that I mean we've been hopping on this Suleta crap personality compared to what could have been written better about her or whatever, but we know why she's like that. So walaupun sekarang kita dah ada knowledge of why she's like that, we still have to say apa nak macam nak cakap. Kalau masa mula-mula tengok macam patut kita tak tahu apa makcik ni macam ni. Sekarang kita dah tahu. In fact aku tengoklah aku punya cara approach lain because I do admit I'm not a Gundam like hardcore fan or whatever to use my knowledge of 20 years in the past to bolster my convictions ke apa kan. Tapi from a story point of view, I just let it go. I just like why is this girl like this? Must be a reason. And now we know there's a reason. So nak buat macam mana? Kan?
The reason, okay fine. I accept the reason. But the whole thing, how it flows, so apa semua still ada masalah. So sekarang macam what you see is dia orang shift focus towards macam the main conflict yang sepatutnya start daripada asal because it is more interesting toward that way, and then macam the story would naturally flow bila you focus on the actual tu. Sebab tu macam dia I speculate lah, sebab tu sekarang apa they destroy the school. So you nak macam sekarang bila dia destroy the school kan, dia dia punya title siapa holder siapa tak sekarang dah tak relevan dah.
Of no relevance. Betul lah. Tapi I will be upset, for example, katalah cerita ni habis in 4 episodes. Memang kurang ajar lah. Which I don't think it will.
I see that coming though. They could do that macam apa yang jadi sebentar tadi 21 tu kan. You have 4 episode Prospera dia jadi the ultimate villain. And then settle lah. Susah dah nak kembang dah because macam you kena kalau nak kembangkan you kena introduce a new plot line, maybe a new villain dah.
And I'll give you another one to play with. What if the wish from Mercury is Prospera and not Suleta? Because the wish is
actually that makes more sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously. Oh, I thought we've already established that. Wait, we didn't.
Anybody yang any women involved in Gundam industry were called witches at that time. So Suleta being a pilot of such a machine is considered a witch as well. So it was a bit ambiguous. I never thought that it was Prospera all the way, but
For me, bila I tengok macam Nizi punya point kan, cerita sebab I don't know if have you guys watched orang high school host club
pernah tengok
Sebab-
Janganlah.
drama
tapi-
dia lah. I've not watched the
Yes.
anime.
Oh, live action kan. Tapi live action dengan anime atau dengan manga dia lebih kurang je. Tapi dia punya point dekat what I'm saying is, dia punya point even though dia a school, a Stikasia school, dalam satu anime tu kan dalam 26 episod kan. No one tak pernah nampak pun diorang study ke apa tau. It's diorang fokus dengan aktiviti tu je actually. So that's why I think sama dengan Kudo jugalah. Yang I don't really care for the like if you're watching macam Fast and Furious kan, kita banyak fokus on like the cars and everything, the heist and everything. Tapi for me, I macam I tengok Wish from Mercury ni yang part sekolah tu I don't really care for. I macam tak tahu okay, apa the Wish from Mercury sebab nak tahu which. Sebab I've been focusing on Prospera. I think we've already established that she is the witch. So nak tengok macam mana dia play dia punya puppet cerita. I don't know, that's my point of view though.
Yeah, but I honestly bukan nak macam menidakkan ke apa, but I can't remember us coming to that conclusion in the two previous Bedah.
Oh, tak ada. Kita tak pernah pun cakap.
The thing
I
is,
think
okay, the Prospera punya angle ni, the recent 10 episode je, dia start macam makin menjalar lah, and then yes, is the more interesting part to follow apa semua. But you have to go, tapi itulah you have to go through from episode 1 apa semua, sekolah 2 and then Prospera pun mula start apa semua ni.
Start, yeah.
So episode yang this punya yang gambar ni is macam you cuba simpan that remnants of the first 10 episode yang sekolah-sekolah tu, which is macam you nak tunjuk the bonding of this gang. I like macam for me it's like macam apa, you wish that this gang, kalau this gang have that the school set up tu macam apa best, this gang macam you feel that the closeness, you hafal nama-nama apa semua. So sekarang macam nampak macam sort of they are teasing the final battle yang nak pergi serang Prospera apa semua, and then this gang macam nak membantu Suleta apa semua. So kalau for
kita
me
jumping the gun sikit.
Yeah,
we're jumping the gun.
Okay, sorry.
That's episode 21. Yeah.
Reverse.
Yeah. No, Syaz, you got anything to add or?
Tak ada.
Tak ada. Okay, nothing to add. So we go on to the next question, which is so basically the episode began with this bit, Myrina dan Gel ke bumi. So cubaan mendapatkan kencatan rusuhan gagal. So do you think that they were having lofty ambitions, or is it because them being naive, or is it because diorang sekarang thrusted into a situation in which, you know, Gel bapak dia dah mati, Myrina bapak dia dalam hospital, campur dengan Prospera duduk cucuk dia, duduk macam, you know, playing her to like do this, you must be president, you must do that. So pandangan anda tentang these two individuals, are they taking on the mantle of the corporate thing really too quickly or something, or is it because they are forced to do so? Syaz?
I like to compare dengan Harry Potter punya book 4, because this is pretty much the same feel tau. At the end of book 4, the major plot character death has happened. So budak-budak yang innocent, yang duk belajar nak buat machine, mecha semua ni, are suddenly put into a position whereby they have no experience. They're not leaders by choice. They were put into this position because they didn't have the situation put them in this scenario lah, di mana they were forced to lead without any proper training, without any proper ambition, because all they were worried about is siapa nak kahwin Miri ni at that point of time. That's all. Up to that point lah, up to the point where Suleta was coming, sebelum Suleta datang, it's all about siapa kahwin Miri ni because dia anak presiden. So it's like suddenly your president father dah pass away, and then your punya Guel punya bapa pun dah gone. So macam like, what do we do now? They're forced to become leaders. Kena pula tak ada advisor yang bagus. Kalau macam zaman the Three Kingdoms dulu ada all those good advisors, ini satu advisor pun tak nampak.
Tapi kau perasan
Dia just doing the own thing.
Diorang ni umur under 20 kan?
16.
So teenagers.
SPM pun belum ambil lagi
Tapi
masa
orang yang pegang power semua jenis tua bangka apa semua. So kau tak ada orang dewasa yang kat tengah-tengah kot. Umur 30s, 20 something yang sepatutnya jadi next in line.
Semua tu dah mati dah dalam perang. Either they are dead in war ataupun dia orang buat kerja manufacturing. So
atau orang yang pegang in power tu tak ada mati-mati. Tengoklah Peel in technology tu, muka dah ketat semua. They could have, they're probably dead now, probably staying alive by virtue of nano robotry or something like that. Anybody else got any thoughts on this bit about Myrina girl punya?
For me, episode ni kan, it reminds me of sebab time ni kan, you remember there's a bit of macam dorang kan dorang nak pergi negotiate dengan Earthian kan. For me ni macam reminds me of masa dalam IBO dorang dah nak sampai bumi dah. Sebenarnya. So dorang time tu for me lah, sebab kalau nak ikut, the only reason yang dorang berani nak pergi sebab samalah level confident Cordelia Aina Bernstein tu, dia punya confident nak pergi bumi, nak pergi ni kan, nak pergi campaign kan. Samalah confident si Mio tu nak pergi bumi, nak pergi negotiate dengan Earthian, tapi dia tak, instead of like dia orang masalah dia Mio tak sedar yang dia punya overconfident tu actually membawa macam orang kata malapetaka jugalah.
Nak tanya, is that something that you came up with or is it what they call her?
Siapa?
Mio.
Siapa?
Mio.
Kan tak lah, si Suleta panggil dia Mio kan dari first episode lagi. Mio.
Boy, kau sokong cucu ke kau sokong Myrina ni sebenarnya?
Pasal baju cucu tak ada. Baju cucu tak ada. So aku hanya mampu membeli kitchen je.
Yalah.
Kau boleh beli cotton candy.
Makan.
So macam nak cakap, kira I feel like there's a bit of similarity lah in terms of masa diorang nak pergi negotiate tu, memang totally ingat. Tapi time tu kalau dalam IBO ada ni kan, diorang confident sebab diorang ada berbatos. Tapi kali ni memang betul-betul dia confident yang dia boleh negotiate macam tu je. Padahal dia memang totally blind about the situation. Apa position diorang kat mana dah sebenarnya, tiba-tiba dia nak deal sebab dia nak bawa. Sebab she's still macam insist on like bringing Gundam incorporated as a medical like macam nak towards medical punya road kan. Tapi she's too naive. Like
because I got a feeling dia dah dicucuk oleh Prospera untuk buat semua benda ni. And just one question guys, panel bawah ni, diorang tak tahu kan she's in the belly of the spaceship, Prospera. Gail and Myrina, they do not know that Prospera and Ariel is in the belly of the spaceship. Tak tahu kan?
I don't think so, dia
tak tahu Prospera buat apa pun.
That's why that biological punya sense kan dah start nampak ever since yang episode berapa, 19 memang dia dah kat situ je.
I call it Machiavellian because she's doing everything that, you know, maklumat tak menghalalkan cara, tapi for her maklumat menghalalkan semua
everything just falls into places when it comes to her plans tau.
Dalam
memang betul lah
benda ni dipanggil Xanatos Gambit.
Dalam apa?
Xanatos.
Sorry,
so,
you say dalam apa? Dalam trope?
Dalam tropes.
I see. Who's that? So, AKAN, siapa Xanatos?
Tropes ni bila
I know what a trope is.
What I nak explain pasal apa Gambit ni maksudnya a character yang buat planning ni. So tropes pasal Gambit ada dua, Batman Gambit dengan Xanatos punya Gambit.
Okay.
Xanatos is based on the character David Xanatos from Gargoyles.
Gargoyle.
which is voiced by Jonathan Frakes, William Riker tu.
Gargoyle kartun tu?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So watak David Xanatos ni adalah seorang yang bila dia merancang kan. Okay, so perbezaan antara Batman Gambit dengan Xanatos Gambit. Batman Gambit, so you tahu kan Batman selalu plan ahead.
Ya.
apa semua kan.
Okay.
Tapi Batman dia ada fail condition. Kalau orang tahu plan Batman apa semua, so you boleh fail.
Okay.
Dalam Xanatos Gambit, karakter Xanatos dalam Gargoyle ni, plan dia kan, katakanlah dia nak buat A. Lepas tu Gargoyle semua buat A tak berjaya, dia jadi B. Tapi B tu pun sebenarnya membantu matlamat dia.
Okay.
So whichever way apa semua, kau matlamat kau apa pun
By coincidence or by his planning?
Kalau cerita tu boleh tunjukkan bahawa dia really deliberate dan maksudnya karakter tu hebat lah. So yang ni I tengok bila sebenarnya macam seolah-olah Prospera menghasut Miorine pasal Suleta tu kan, supaya Suleta rasa teruknya orang ni manipulate Suleta. So supaya Suleta membuatkan memisahkan Suleta tu dengan Ariel. Lepas tu bila Suleta berpisah dengan Ariel tu, Prospera ambil Ariel tu untuk menjalankan benda ni. So itulah benda-benda kecil yang nampak apa semua.
See.
Makes sense now.
Anything else to add? Anyone?
Aku just nak add slightly extrapolated punya point. Sekolah Benedict ni gagal dari segi mengajar sejarah manusia. Because kalau tidak, Miorine as a super student would have read a lot of historical punya scenarios di mana negotiation takes months, even years, and at the level of George Bush datang tau, orang US military punya power, presiden tu datang barulah boleh dua faction bersembang, or in some cases mungkin Russia or even like Saudi Arabia and all that. But these are people with actual power. Engkau nama pun orang tak kenal. Engkau nak try to stop a war that has been ongoing for bertahun.
And just to add, walaupun dia anak Rembrandt Delling, the other members of the front were actually wanting to kill him off kan, let alone wanting to help her.
For me,
local
explanation for that is dia orang ni berumur 16 tahun.
Yalah. Okay, Syah, sorry, continue.
So dia hanya setakat ni I tengok apa yang dia terror adalah tanam tomato.
Yes. Yeah, but let Syah finish his point.
Okay, Syah.
So they did not learn contemporary history. They did not learn current world politics. Dia orang tak learn a lot of social punya social studies punya kind of subjects lah. Dia banyak learn kepada engineering, kepada all this accounting. So memang the whole school is designed to make future workers for dia orang punya company. They don't care about history, they don't care about politics and all that. Let the pakcik-pakcik handle the politics.
Weirdly, she's
playing for work.
Weirdly, she's obsessed with going to Earth tau. This is what I would expect her to be more briefed about, like the situation, that's what's going on on Earth at the time. Tapi daripada awal lagi kan, dia macam, then I was like, true. Sebab macam I terfikir tau, kenapa dia macam naif sangat.
Nak sangat pergi.
Nak sangat pergi. Sedang like, even masa ingat tak yang masa Prospera mention about the mom, about her mom, like investing in Quiet Zero until she's passed away. Tapi macam she's absolutely clueless about it. Tu yang macam there's a bit macam shallow character Mio time tu.
Mio cuba digambarkan macam seorang yang smart, seorang yang independent, can think of apa semua. But you see, each interaction dengan Prospera sentiasa cuba cucuk dia dan macam lepas tu dia ikut je.
Dia vulnerable dan dia dah guilt trip dengan whatever's going on between her and Soleta.
And Prospera knows all this and that's why dia boleh main ni diorang.
Betul macam Papi Tia dah.
Okay, let's get on to the next question. I'm gonna go for question 5 first. So Sadik Sekaraga Kantoi. By virtue of that.
Sadik Sekaraga.
Do you know who Sadik Sekaraga is, right?
Of course lah.
No, I'm asking just in case banyak orang muda tak tahu cerita P. Ramlee masalahnya sekarang.
I grew up with P. Ramlee.
Anyway, so macam mana cakap do you think that selama ni did you expect this? I can't remember.
Actually, yes.
My reaction to this was.
Actually, for me, I would expect this is about time sebab kita dah build up towards siapa Shadik Zenelli ni kan, all dia punya flair of character.
Not just dia dari segi planning all this stuff, but the fact that he's actually from Earth, blah blah blah. Did you expect that?
Dah ada kena mention lah dia adopted into by Sari.
Okay, Sari's family.
Dia macam Makagiris Farid.
Yes, Mak Gilis Farid. Oh,
okay.
I remember him. So in a way that he's a character yang I would definitely expect this plot akan jadi macam ni sebab of course thanks to Mak Gilis Farid kan. Sebab cuma yang sebab daripada previous episode lagi kita dah nampak macam mana dia plot around dengan dia punya bukan Grassley. Dia dia Grassley kan? Betul lah, dia Grassley. So nampak tak dia dengan member-member dia dah semua macam mana dia dah atur macam even if it's revealed yang dia tu prince of dekat Earth among Earthian. Tapi macam for me memang dah nampak dah dekat sini dah lah dia yang kidnap his own adopted father. So macam actually memang dah nampak dah dia punya ni kat sini. Cuma yang I tak expect to be this fast. I don't know, you guys.
I rasa pendek sangat. I suppose macam kau kan? Sampai akhir-akhir apa semua supaya macam ada satu karakter lagi yang boleh offset kan Prospera. Dah habis dah.
Tiba-tiba. So macam saya cakap lah, macam mana for the past several episode kita nampak Shadik Zenelli ni macam mana dia punya flair. And then Alan Karras ni dah macam mana kan. Tapi Alan Karras tu nampak tau from one enhanced person to the next one dia punya difference and whatnot. Tapi Shadik Zenelli ni tiba-tiba je. Even though I would expect if you watch Iron Blooded Orphans, of course you would definitely see this coming. Tapi bila dalam Witch from Mercury ni nampak macam cepat je. Tiba-tiba dia dah geng dengan Pale Technologies nak because of tak jadi kan dengan tak jadi tunang dengan Mio. So aku kena ada backup macam quite fast development lah for me.
Itu petanda dia nak tamatkan cepat-cepat ni.
I hope not though. But anyway, anything else from anyone? Or have I asked? Itulah dia sepatutnya dia jadi the Charles clone. Siapa? Ni Sadik.
Tapi dia tak cukup. Kalau nak cakap macam from the beginning kan Prospera lagi more to as a
I know but
coming of Shah.
You have like dua karakter macam ni dalam satu series. You suppose simpan at the end macam orang ni ada scheme dia, orang ni ada scheme dia, and then those scheme akan fight off each other apa semua. But somehow macam okay, your part is done now, so sekarang orang lain pula take over.
Sorry, Shah, did you have anything to add or something? You don't have to, but do you have anything to add?
No.
Because I was just going to say, just to add another thing, because I could, that question number 5, we had just that one panel, but the other 4 pictures is pretty much the additional question which I added after sending you guys the question, because aku tengah buat gambar tu, kita tak ada cakap sama dia ni pun. So Prospera has been busy. Just to add, actually, there's a comment from category. Dia kata category Mior ni tahu Gundam bawa sekali sebab ada Gundam parking kat tengah bandar. Tapi Gundam parking dekat bandar tu bukan aerial. That's Gundam from
punya Gundam ah.
If either that or part of the
So heavy.
it's a mobile suit lah, but I don't think they know the
Full
aerial
punya Gundam
I think so.
Aku tak sure, tapi tak aku no, because she came in on the slide because she basically masuk spaceship Miori ni lepas dumping
Soleta.
Soleta in space. Dah lah, kurang ajar dah lah nak pergi buat hal. Itu okay. Aku tahu lah kau anak aku tapi kau clone. So bye. Hope you'll be alright. Bye. So anyway, she's been busy. Shaz, you've got your views on this on Prosperous, the thing that she was doing on Earth. What was she doing? Why do you think she was doing it, or what?
I think it's just a classic setup lah of budak yang naive, trying to do overachieve, nak bring peace and whatnot. If you look at it from a political perspective kan, Gundam technology tu you want to make into medicine is a business thing. It's not a political tool. What the people on Earth don't care for your medical ini. If you are coming down, we bring you peace. We're also giving you weapons so that orang selain or other space noids cannot come down and attack you as well. Then they're like, now we can listen lah. So apa syaratnya? So you're going to give us at least some advanced weapons. Mungkin like 2 generations behind of the binary group punya tier 1 punya Gundam. But at the same time, as a syarat, you must also beli our medical improvements and bionics as part of the package deal. Then it makes more sense. But if you're just gonna promise something,
I wish macam dia expand more on that lah. How the Manic Grid control everything semua.
Dia punya overall influence of the group was not properly fleshed out on Earth. Let's say kalau katakan masa meeting tu kata dah lah korang serang kita, we have to pay 3 times the price for medicine compared dengan you guys pay dekat space. Then now you want to push us bionic equipment, other medicine. Kita ni dah tak ada duit, kita nak bayar kau macam mana? So it does not reflect on how controlling or how big Benedictnya this Benedict group is. So it feels very straightforward punya backstep lah. Of a very green punya budak-budak ni.
Yes. IBO does it better lah. Macam kau ada understand like gear horn dengan Mars tu macam mana konflik dia, how they control, and you faham kenapa Aina Kulebestein tu nak pergi negotiate semua ni.
Dia lagi because like nak cakap pasal economy blocks, cakap pasal political punya tu, kiranya Kudelia lagi well informed about it. Cuma yang the reason why she's gone through so much further into her campaign sebab dia enabled by Mika tau. But Mio dia dah lah macam ni kan, between like aku nak pergi bumi, like sebab masih lagi tak clear sangat the reason kenapa dia mati-mati nak pergi bumi kan. And then pasal mak dia je, there's no we don't know what was the reason that she's been wanting to go to Earth. Itu satu. Kedua, dia punya macam dah lah macam yang ni lah, dia tak famous pun, no one knows her, no one's campaigning about her. She doesn't have any sponsor. Nak cakap pasal dia like bakal sebab nepotism lah kan, kiranya nak dia bakal inherit Benedict Group. Padahal at that point pun dia punya campaign pun macam dah lah Pale dah pergi support Grassley, Shadik Zanelli kan. So macam I feel like something is like tak cukup development kat situ.
Masa episode ni, masa when she went into that basement where there were a lot of the other and then the computer lit up. There are Gundams. There are Gundams made by the Space Assembly, because kalau tidak, kenapa the Dawn of whatever force, whatever, has
Folk,
Gundam kan. And it's all like located to nama the two girls, Sofia dengan Noria. Ingat tak? And then she pretty much destroyed the whole thing. So it goes to show that she's there to do this thing, and all this thing about cucuk Mayuri ni, pergilah bumi, pergilah, you can do this, you can do that. Then basically it's a complete convoluted way to get a piggy ride to get into Earth. Because I don't think she could have flown into Earth just naik macam tu dengan
area ke?
area kot. I mean that's what I think lah.
Yes, Gundam tak semua ada capability untuk atmospheric punya travel.
So I mean that's because I think she pretty much went back into Murina's spaceship when they go back out. It's like really bodoh juga lah Earth punya security to not be able to detect. Well, unless the spaceship was meant to carry other, like mobile suits in them, and she could clean the globe.
Earth diportray miskin kat dalam ni.
Fair enough.
Sepatutnya Mio datang ke bumi bawa solution on how to strengthen, like how to first thing first, dia tak adalah. Itulah pasal dia kena tuduh. Like you don't even know stuff. Like you don't even know. They don't even tell you what's going on sampai siapa pun kau tak tahu tau. So she should have like brought something yang I got this, I can control this. Ni dia cakap dah lah kena bagi tempoh 10 hari pun sampai macam kena cancel kan. So macam for me just naif sangat lah.
Oh yeah, and just one more point. Belmoria, which I totally forgot to actually included in the discussion. I mean, I don't know what to think of her. Macam nak kesian pun rasa, nak bengang kat dia pun rasa, because this woman, the woman who
so that's her name
Belmeria,
Belmoria, yeah. Well,
Belmeria.
Don't worry, aku tak ingat nama dia. Tapi the fact that the space assembly people actually got to her first. I mean the kind of people yang actually a bit more level-headed and not to do with apa orang panggil conspiracies and whatnot, and like telling her what to do and whatnot.
I think dia punya purpose adalah bila setiap kali dia muncul dan dia bercakap kan, we get a revelation. So itulah dia punya fungsi dia.
Benda ni macam ni.
Especially today.
Dia plot point punya karakter
Plot point
when start to deliver plot. Hey guys, I'm back. Hari ni kita akan ceritakan pasal budak-budak ini tersangkut dalam mesin ini.
Yeah, the first time dia muncul, we learn that
Ellen. Area dia.
Fair enough. Okay. Apa ini?
Tak ada.
Tak, because I was gonna go for chat, because if you got anything to say, I'll let you talk first.
Tak apalah.
Tak apa.
Okay, so anyway, so we've got few comments from chat category Prospera hancurkan
Gundam bumi.
Yeah. So let's see. Is this a fifth problem? Hey. Sadiq the best. RIP.
Hari ni baru sedar
Hari ni baru sedar semua benda dia boleh dapat walaupun benda tu benda baik. Yeah, because she's unfortunately naive. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So okay, that's it for this chapter. So we're going off to the next episode 20. Episode 20, Nozomi no Hate, the end of hope. At last, I remember Mizi commenting in the comments. At last, hari gaduh kata kesal lepas.
Finally.
So Gal intercepted by Shadik in space. You know, Shadik obviously dapat tahu yang Gal dapat tahu yang Shadik was petualang di sebalik semua benda ni. Tapi at the same time, Shadik wasn't being stupid either. He could make sure his father mobilized, make sure his pengikut mobilized. Myra, you wanna go first?
Me?
Adakah anda excited?
for me, yes, I've been waiting so much for this kind of episode sebab God, I love the fight. So of course lah, we get to enjoy all the beams and whatnot, all the just fighting scenes like sebab like cuci mata gila sebab tengok finally Michaelis lawan dengan Dari kan, sebab sebelum ni pun macam kita nampak all of this fight memang nampak dekat duel saja. So but now that we get to see like real combat, so macam nak cakap, cuma it's just that for me a bit macam sangat macam mana, I've already macam nampak ada anticlimactic, was it? Bila the revelation about Gale bunuh dia punya own father dengan Lauda lah, I mean dengan adik dia. So I don't know, I just for me yang ni I enjoy dia punya fight scene saja, so which is very much enjoyable. So tapi bila dia drop
with the earshot, tak tahulah. Whether or not he just did that on purpose because he know Lauda is listening, tu I tak tahulah.
Itu tak tahu. Tapi yang tu masa dia drop the information tu, my heart sunk. Like my heart sunk. So memang betul-betul like you've been enjoying like it was such a good fighting, and then suddenly bila part Lauda dengar the revelation of siapa yang bunuh bapak dia actually, or how the father actually died. So macam yang tu memang my heart suck. Like
because after
do we need that?
After that episode, because dia ditangkap balik ke bumi kan. That's why dia tak pernah on. Shaz, what do you think of this first proper battle?
The fight was actually very hamba, honestly.
Oh,
Sebab
really?
compare dengan Gundam 00 punya fights, some of the more key fights in original Gundam, the Build Fighter series punya fights, the fight was very like dah habis lah. You know, it's like I was looking for the build up, and then suddenly like, it stopped. There was no, you tak ada macam in a fight yang best lah that I noticed even in Gundam series. You will have a build up, a turnaround moment, and then you akan the resolution. So this one is more like lagi sana, bapak aku kena bunuh oh my god, blah 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 blah. I give up.
Was it really like that?
No, that's the impression I got. Because I was waiting for, kalau kita compare dengan, that's why I say I'm cursed by knowledge of better fight scenes in other Gundam series.
True
Sama lah kita.
So macam bila I tengok ni macam the big moment was actually you punya, kau lah bunuh bapak kau, and then like the brother like, oh my god, and then like later on I give up. Betul juga. The real tragedy was, I think, in the later in the episode. Nanti kita sembang. That was about what happened? Why did he do this of all the things, kan? This fight.
Ni yang Kudo sikit lah reference kalau nak ikut, baru tengok berapa series kan. Because in IBO I've only, because the fight in IBO is different sebab dia memang macam close combat. Tapi yang macam dalam Witch from Mercury ni memang nampak, because my friend who worship 00 dengan Sid punya series, dia cakap, Azak, tapi kan macam banyak beams je. I tengok, sebab I tengok sikit-sikit je. Tapi yang ni macam lagi puas hati lah.
Si orang kata banyak stock footage.
Stock footage.
Stock footage aku okay. Macam Gundam Wing, stock footage bersepah.
Yeah.
But when doing, I mean, when you see the generic enemies kena bunuh dengan big,
repeat balik footage from another episode.
Is the literally dia ambil footage yang sama. Gundam Wing terbang, beam rifle keluar, boom, tembak, banyak orang mati. It's the same exact 1-to-1 new scene. Machine gun, heavy arms, tembak, bawa betul.
Macam gini, kau apa Henshin ke Power Rangers ke yang
dia orang
footage.
Stock footage.
But kita benda tu kita dah faham. Ni stock footage. Is the build up to the proper fight when the main villain come in and the hero has to fight. That one is handcrafted. So this was a fully handcrafted new scene that was exciting as stock footage. punya fight. Nampak tak? That's why macam like,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Thank God I don't have
Was that
enough knowledge of Gundam to. I mean, I didn't say that was the best thing in since sliced bread, but I could admit that I've seen better stuff in IBO, for example. But
Yes.
I thought
kalau Myra nak tengok sampel nanti, lepas habis bedah ni, I will share. Nanti we watch one incredible fight scene from 00 punya movie. Nanti we see. You will see what I'm saying, like hambanya this episode, this part. Like, what was this fight? That was the pinnacle of a Gundam fight for me lah.
Banyak fight yang you rasa invested.
Okay.
So for me, I'm more in line with Syaz. Bukan nak kata ni teruk, tapi you know, bila kau curse with macam layan banyak siri, you've seen better.
You can't help but compare. You can't help but compare.
Yes.
Because
you're not being mean.
The animation was good. Okay, the animations but the latest okay, but yang biasanya fight kalau best you have a good build up. You tahu the character, each of the character tu why they want to fight, why they have to fight, and then apa yang baggage they carry each time, each of them carry apa semua, and then lepas tu the conclusion lah, sama ada seorang mati or macam Gundam yang seorang lagi heavily damage ke apa semua. So I can think ada series apa semua yang tu. So for me dah biasa macam on par okay lah, sebab macam dalam series Wishbone Mercury ni dah lama tunggu benda-benda ni, so you rasa okay akhirnya sampai.
It's like that Eddie Murphy joke yang macam orang yang dah lama tak makan duduk dekat pulau desert island, and suddenly you bagi satu cream cracker. Bila you makan satu cream cracker, Jacob cream cracker tu, you ingat that was the best ever. Tahi gigi bercampur. Because you've never eaten anything good.
Salah satu I nak kata kelemahan pun mungkin something, because series ni first dia tak ada proper antagonist. Dia just macam people yang macam have different agenda, intention. Some of them are assholes, some of them are okay semua. They just tu, tapi tak ada full on antagonist yang macam akan oppose the protagonist. Second, the lack of Zaku type unit, yang di mana macam kebiasaan Gundam siri lain, you ada grunts or Zakus, which the Gundam akan lawan, nak nampak Gundam tu hebat, tembak, and then baru datang the custom unit yang best, baru lawan Gundam. Biasanya build up macam tu. So sekarang it's just tiba-tiba ada a mobile suit bentuk macam ni, and then ada mobile suit macam ni, and then terus perang.
I mean, personally aku macam, yelah, I'm not trying to shit on Gundam ke apa, tapi macam lah asal Zaku tu macam ni rupa dia, kesian dia. Patutlah hero menang. Tengok hero yang robot, gila je handsome. Yang Zaku tu, Cha punya robot mobile suit is a Zaku, is it?
Dia banyak pakai.
Banyak.
Warna merah yang
daripada aku ke sampailah ke Zog pun ada, Zegok pun ada.
Okay, so it might look rubbish.
Zog tak ada.
Power lah.
Ada lah. Yang underwater punya unit tu apa?
Zog lah. Bukan dia mana ada, dia kan dia bawa dia punya Zegok. Dekat belakang dia ada dengan Juagu. Dengan Egai, sorry. Dekat Egai tak ada, dia tak ada Zog. Zog
nak serang
Jaburo
lah.
Jaburo operation.
Okay, I just got one follow up. Oh sorry, you wanted to say something?
Yang paling Shah counter attack tu Sazabi.
Sazabi.
That's the ultimate punya Shah punya mobile suit lah.
Alright, so that was about Cha. I still haven't watched any of the old stuff, but anyway, too much material, too little time. My next question actually ditulis waktu episod 21 tak tulis lagi, tak tengok lagi, tapi tak apalah juga. So kita tahulah akhirnya Lauda tahu, so cerita ni lepas satu-satu benda jadi. Pandangan anda tentang dinamika adik Jetek selepas Redemption, lepas Revelation tak sengaja ni. I mean, I think it's going to be obvious lah.
Obvious lah.
But
Tapi ni semua sebab salah faham kan.
Yes.
Itu masalahnya.
Kenapa dia sebab dia naik dia bawa mobile suit enemy kan. Of course lah. Dah lah tak ada communication macam apa kalau dalam IBO kan bila dia dekat je cukup je dia terus boleh communicate.
You could argue the fact that you know that he actually came back to school blah 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 but never had adik aku nak bagi tahu kau something. You know,
I mean it all happens so fast. Tak putus sih kita tengok lagi ke bumi balik.
Yeah,
betul.
I know but I think because this aspect of the question can be dealt better when we watch episode 21 lah. So we'll go on to the next one, which I think what you guys were on about. So by the time when they were fighting the girls in Cedric's harem, so what about the 3 people we've got locked out? Kita lepaskan dia orang. It's no point keeping them. People know what's up now. So obviously this is the thing that's expected lah. Noria.
Yeah.
You know, when you have nothing to lose, a person who's nothing to lose is the most dangerous person ever. So aku nak pujuk dia. I mean, I really understand how she feels this bit, and to a certain extent, how Prospera feels as well. But I will deal with that in the next episode. So who wants to go first? Chas, you got anything to say about this fight? You're on mute. You're muted, Chas. Muted.
Punyalah aku bersemangat cakap dengan angle. Ya, aku betul. Because I was looking for that scene that I wanted to show Myra later. So I was like dengan YouTube semua. Okay, anyway. This scene legitimately make me slightly angry and annoyed. Macam like
pula.
You know, it happened again because dalam Gundam 000 there was one scene when the mecha was like this. And then the laser shot really just zoom like that, and it's like just a clean shot, and it's like straight into the cockpit and done. You know, macam like, berlaku lagi ke celaka? You know, it's like, and it was like, it was the same premise. Dia baru nak like, okay, I will now help you. The laser just got to.
Do you think this was intentional? Sebab because Bandai Sunrise would expect yang akan tengok Witch from Mercury ni like bukan takat yang macam new me lah, noob ataupun ni recent
memang RWFM was meant to be written for
memang dia target
targeting women, new people, you know, that's why they were
new fans.
Let's do it with a school angle just in case people don't understand what Gundam.
The scene is very strong, regardless whether you have seen it before or not.
Yeah, I thought
because
it was.
You see the lead up, like you like loading the gun, everything, going to shoot, everything. Okay lah, I'm hoping they will shoot like the core of the machine and everything to disable it. Straight to the cockpit, like, oh shit!
I was shocked, man.
Like,
yeah.
Oh.
Sampai kira Yamato would not do.
Because that was. She would have been a very strong ally untuk Soleta. So that's why they had to eliminate her.
She's actually the best pilot in the series. Sedar tak sedar?
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, she is. I mean, look at the third picture in the overlay. I chose that one. That was a very poignant shot because aku nak screen grab yang tu. I thought I was gonna have to wait a little bit more. Dia macam nama tu tak sempat habis pun is the next shot dia kena tembak.
Yes.
Memang shot to the heart. Bak kata Bon Jovi lah.
Because she was already returning to the point of being almost. Celaka, they took this from 00. Shit.
Because Dah lah Seiyu Eren Keres kan Natsuki Hanae kan I am a bit biased lah sebab suara Tanjiro kan. Macam sentimen tu
macam Tanjiro mati je.
Tahu apa? So macam masa
Because kalau Alan, kalau aku Alan, aku turun cari the sniper kepak-kepak kepada, but then again that's me lah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I was flown to where the beam came down.
I wouldn't expect lah.
Kau tunggu.
But then dia dibunuh oleh askar-askar biasa. Kalau dia dibunuh oleh somebody character yang actually
Yelah.
you can set up
Siapa yang katedra tu kan?
Hmm.
Kalau dia kena bunuh oleh katedra tu macam rasa macam ni lah. Tapi tak tahu pun siapa yang tembak. It's like just a regular
These are the
katedra
regular
punya front.
Bannerit punya security is cathedral kan?
Bukan. Katedra under Grassley.
Oh, I see.
Sebab Grassley yang defense system. Grassley defense system dia orang yang, sebab tu siapa yang cabi-cabi tu dulu bawa Ruberisu. Dia closely dengan Gale Jetak.
I see.
So yeah, I would expect kena tengok balik lah front management ke ataupun memang orang katedra.
Punya reaction was the same for both. Like,
Yeah.
celaka, why do you have to shoot the cockpit of all the places?
No, but they want to make sure dia mati. Dia mak kopi lah. Wouldn't have shot.
Yeah, that's the thing lah. Itulah, itu yang saya
kita pula nak sokong dia. Dia mati macam tu. Memang, oh, damn it lah. Damn it.
baru
Sebab
nak,
itulah kan. If kalau kapal terbang, you can shoot the wings, then it's useless lah. Tapi a mobile suit, you tembak tangan, kaki, apa semua, you still boleh pakai lagi.
Macam sebab kan Gale kan just cut off the limbs of Mikairis. So I would expect, kenapa mesti, I know. Kenapa diorang macam kenapa tak value life over sins? Memang
semua
betul dia orang
boleh jadi macam Kira Yamato.
I tak tengok scene lagi, so I don't understand that reference.
Kira Yamato, dia cara dia lawan is dia tak aim for cockpit, dia potong kepala, potong tangan, tapi skill dia tinggi lah, dia boleh buat macam tu sementara orang lain tembak cockpit.
Okay.
Soalan noob, Kira Yamato ni dari Gundam mana?
Seed.
I baru tengok berapa episod, so I know that he's a coordinator. And then he's very skilled because he's a coordinator and he got put
cakap pasal Seed because I'm a collector of figures. Ada satu figure dari Seed nama Lacus Klein. Who is she?
Awet Kira Yamato. Wife. Dia kahwin ke tak tau?
Is she a pilot as well or is she just useless?
No. Dia somebody, dia macam somebody berpengaruh lah. She's from
Bukan
Zaf.
bukan bapak dia ke yang ada, what do we call, macam ada macam menteri ke? Was it senator ke?
Itu bukan bapa itu Asran Zara.
I think I've just opened the can of worms.
Dia macam Siti Nurhaliza, dia macam Aida lah.
Because masa aku rejig the video to talk about the gunpla kan, yang kelakarnya, it wasn't meant to be like that. Tapi masa yang starting kan, Myra, you started off by talking your experience. Betul, kat gambar kat tepi tu, Busy kat atas, Syaz kat tengah or whatever it was. And then overlay, I had Lacus Klein as the mascot lah for the Sembang Menan punya segment. So Lacus was sitting on top of Mizi's head. And then, of course, he doesn't know because it's just coincidental. It looked like Mizi tengok atas, betul Mizi senyum. Aku macam, I have to capture that picture. Macam gila je dodgy because after that gambar tu tukar macam you duduk control kan. Bukan dia macam tapi wasn't, I didn't even place it because of that. I just place it there because that's how I do stuff.
It would have been funny lah.
Yeah, it was quite funny. Aku tengok macam it looked real. So anyway, anyway, the next bit is the cost is real. Talking about real. So this is the first sedih ke I was
cried a little. I cried a little. I'm not gonna lie.
this is what Gundam is about. Cerita pasal benda-benda the horrors of war.
Baru at this point I feel like we are watching Gundam. Because the kids, the death, like ni kat sini student kan selalu nampak dalam Gundam. Of course lah dalam IBO boys, just little boys, and dekat sini nampak the students, and then kat Gun Volva yang kat atas tu, yang atas sekali Gun Volva kan, like macam being activated as like macam gun beat. So I feel like I was just it's real, like this is what Gundam story. Yoshio Kitamino, you does it again.
Ada if you remember Origin episode 3 yang macam when
dalam ganteng
dia nak apa, bukan dia nak poison the whole colony. Zion nak poison the whole colony dengan apalah gas apa semua, nak bunuh semua orang colony. So that episode was eerie jugalah. Side 3 side 3 tu Zion.
Oh, ni yang ada Sailor Mars kan kat situ. Dia datang macam masa tu dia nurse kan, dalam satu rumah tu. Yang tu
Bukan. Dia tak ada siapa-siapa karakter yang we know pun, tapi dia tunjuk lah macam orang dah masuk shelter apa semua, and Zion memang nak
yang ada couple dari Japan tu kan.
Yes.
Ya. Betul.
Even
that was
one of the Zabi pun rasa macam this is extreme, tapi lepas
it's
tu dia cuba convince diri dia, kata okay tak apa,
justified. They try to justify the deaths of so many. I remember.
Let's see, we got a few red dots from our chat. Prospera hancurkan. Okay, that was from before. Susah juga lah. Betul aku click on. I don't want to click on the chat every time it comes up because some of them are questions, some of them are basically response to our conversation. And selamatkan Sadik. Lama kena tangkap. Yes. Well, we'll see lah what's going to happen next after this. But yes, okay, the next segment aku tak sediakan soalan, tapi aku sediakan overlay. We can just talk around it because it was like fresh from the oven. So here we go, episode 21. Episode 21, Ima Dekiru Koto. What we can do now? So basically it started off, I mean I have to put that one first. I know it's not realistic, tapi I'm pleased she's alive. But I do hope she can.
Petra?
Yeah, Petra's alive. But she's
someone important.
Dia ni sidekick Lauda.
Lauda je girlfriend or something like that.
Tak. Dia just kan dia cakap aku nak pergi dating. He owes me dinner or something.
For me,
she was just rambling.
Yeah, for me she's somewhat important in the sense that Master, when the attack happened from Noria, she was the one that told Suleta, hey, jom belah, and then they
focus
carried
on
to injured students and blah blah. But yalah,
tapi
this pandangan anda tentang the aftermath of the fight. Myra, you can go first since you're the top picture. The general thing, towel, tomato.
Yang ni macam episode, I would say macam bukanlah filler, tapi sebab kita baru intense from the previous episode kan. So yang ni macam we come down. Yeah, we need a break because I need a break after the episode.
Not for long
though. Not for long though. And then I was actually tak expect about the tomato thingy. I don't even know. Memang macam nampak macam filler episode lah. They were like distributing the tomatoes macam tapi kind of like macam diorang nak because for the past berapa episode diorang kan macam kena rendered as villain kan, the Earth House, tapi kali ni they are even willing to go around and then like do what they can, macam try to maybe dah lah. Perasan tak ada goat kan? Goat dengan apa selamat kan?
Because they have a little animal enclosure, lembu, kambing, ayam.
Kan? So macam dia macam like savior punya, like trying to paint a positive image for the Earth House.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound like macam semua benda nak complain, tapi macam it is a bit tropey though. It's one of those things yang macam, tak sangka awak nak sanggup tolong kami walaupun kami duk kutu-kutu awak selama ni.
Yes. That's why lah. For me, I macam, even though because I was watching ni back to back kan tadi. So I was like, when this episode ni kan, I was like, yelah, Petra macam Ain Dalton dalam IBO, okay, you would expect her to survive sebab she is not at fault. So because we were always like, kalau kau jahat, patutlah kau mati kan. Tapi yang macam Petra ni, I feel like she survived because hopefully she survived lah. And then adalah momen dengan Lauda nanti hopefully. So bila tengok ni macam dia macam at the same time ada anxiety sikit sebab kan kita duk nampak Mio kan dengan like this is all my fault padahal
that's right.
So contrary dengan so contrary dengan apa yang situation, that's why I said daripada episode berapa lagi kau dah nampak yang Mio punya karakter ni macam sangat naif. Dia dah lah jenis yang kalau dapat message dari Soleta pun, ya aku tahu kau ada message. Macam what's with that? Like communication guys. Like so
tapi itu boleh kita buat lagi satu trope orang jenis macam not casting exposure to orang-orang kaya ke apa, tapi but that's how it is. You think you know everything because you got because kau anak orang corporate ke apa. Anybody else got any comment on the first few bits of the episode, them helping out the students in the aftermath, and now Miorine pula tengah macam damn, what have I done. Any comments guys?
For me,
kau ada
Syaz dulu lah.
Previously,
okay.
Boleh. So okay, it's obvious that Petra is meant to be the calming factor nanti untuk Lauda, so she will not die.
I hope.
And it's going to be the kalau by trope kan, you always have this background character yang injured, at the end of the day semua dah menang, like I'm back guys, happy. So it has to the happy ending. Regardless lah whether dia jadi Lauda punya stabilizer atau tidak. But yang penting kat sini is that she took all this action on herself.
Yes.
She is doing things which is like mak tak cakap, kawan tak suruh. So it's like this is actually the first time she's actually doing something positive.
Right.
On her own,
for herself.
On her own.
21 episodes on.
I mean,
finally.
Itu a tragedy
finally,
lah, but still.
Tapi sorry okay, I will not mention which volume. Tapi I think Syaz pernah allude to this last year of yang cerita not communicate. It's like a very slow burn love story. Things only develop like 300 chapters on.
Tahu tak apa. Yeah.
I don't mind, but that's how it
I don't.
Anyway, sorry, Syaz.
But yeah, I think it's an important step because not only is she distributing Swan, she is also like tak disuruh pun. And she's willing to risk the argument dengan Mio. But it's like this is what she would have done. So she is maturing. This episode, this portion is meant to show Suleta is becoming more self-aware that she's a person and she's not just anak emak.
So basically tadi kita dah burst her first meal and now she's grown up.
Dia macam Kanao lah. After dia encounter dengan Tanjiro kan, barulah dia macam she's finally have that
duit tu.
Because sebelum ni kan pakai coin je. She's very like nak cakap dengan orang pun nak decide pakai coin kan. So she's finally have that like confidence. Kan nak cakap trigger. Tak tahulah apa nak jadi, apa nak cakap.
Yelah, all this stuff was the trigger to her confidence.
Yes.
Mizi, got anything else to add?
This episode dia macam menunjukkan Suleta starting to think for herself and doing it for the right reason. Especially yang the final conversation dengan Bella Morin apa semua tu. So
Bella Moria.
Dekat lah tu.
Yeah, we can always count on Mizi untuk mispronounce names.
Yeah.
Alah, aku lupa bubur. Tak apa. I'm supposed to have a picture of it.
My gripe with the whole series macam kau bagi aku the very submissive punya character throughout apa semua tu. So sekarang macam dia start blossoming kalau kita boleh pakai. So dia dah sedar macam dia ni siapa, who is she to his mom, and then dia nampak macam Prospera ni okay, mungkin apa yang kau cakap tu tak 100% betul. And then shit is getting serious, and then bila Bella Moria datang untuk cakap hal sebenar and then reveal more
About
and then macam I think bila kita boleh cakap dah ada Gundam baru ni.
Apa?
Kita dah boleh cakap ke? Dah Gundam baru ada nanti.
Cakap lah. Yang mana? Yang mana ni?
Caliban.
Yang ni lah.
Ini. Caliban.
Okay. So sekarang
aku lupa nak screen cap. Dia tunjuk tak? Dia tunjuk
shadow dia.
Shadow.
I see.
So dia kata macam we confiscate a Gundam unit, kita simpan somewhere, we like you to pilot it.
Yes.
Dia pun macam take decision, okay, I will pilot it, I will go confront
cakap
Prospera,
dengan Ariel.
So that is actually a matured decision yang kalau bila kau dah immaturity, you make those kind of decisions. So that's why we baru nampak sikit lah the character progression of Suleta ni. For me would be more effective if more sampai kat hati kalau it's like okay, so sekarang dia reveal everything which macam for me tak surprise pun. Suleta is a clone, Eri is Ariel, and then planning apa semua ni. So banyak kita postulate and I think 80% menjadi. So for me it's macam if kalau I would have write kalau I ni pandai write lah. So if I would write it as Prospera ni sebenarnya tak anggap pun Suleta ni macam real anak dia, is just something yang di-clone ke from the gene,
extension of Eri je.
So dia anggap Eri yang dalam Ariel tu is actually dia punya anak, but Suleta ni have feelings yang bersamaan macam Ariel. So dia anggap Prospera tu macam mak. So kalau nak bagi dark, buatlah macam
don't worry, I'm not playing the video. Kan kena ban. Sorry.
Kalau nak bagi dark kan, kau boleh buat Prospera ni abuse Suleta ni teruk gila. And then Suleta mak macam nampak mak dia tu semua betul semua. And dia hantar Suleta ni ke sekolah ni, ke mission ni semua. Dia tak kisah pun Suleta ni hidup mati.
I see.
So
I see.
If kalau at this point in time dia sedar benda tu dan dia rasa macam okay, I accept who I am, I accept who you are, but it's still not right and I want to make it right. So for me that's more powerful lah. But yang ni pun I think is close enough towards that, so I can accept lah.
Dalam the missing overlay tu had this picture in it, and obviously the bit where she stood up for herself, and the bit where obviously this woman dropped to her feet thing, after nikah, after menikah, told her off, that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
itulah, susah juga. I mean, dia pun satu juga. Dia pun mengambil kesempatan, bla bla bla, as much as she has, you know, dia in cahoot dengan the pill people. Tapi since I've got the video here, this is the bit paling aku suka hati this bunch of muka ketat. Mana dia? You know,
Pale.
can't stand them. Muka smart gila, macam yeah, fuck you lah.
Tapi kau tak boleh main ni because of trademark. But
Macam
then
mana?
kau tak boleh main video ni because of trademark
Tak, aku takut kena copyright strike.
Tapi walaupun video ni is macam freely distributed.
Ini Crunchyroll, aku bayar.
Tak kalau ni
bukan
dekat YouTube tu pun dia bukan ni, dia license tau. Dia bukan free.
Tu kita tengok itu.
Anyone pun license.
Because GUNDAMINFO is owned by Gundam punya company kan.
Sunrise.
So, hati dia nak buat macam mana kan, tapi gila baik hati.
Tak boleh.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get on to the next I guess before we get really struck.
Dah ada Quiet Zero.
Yes, at last. It's fully explained, man.
Finally nampak.
Yeah, but untuk aku, I mean, all now is pretty much clear why she's doing all this. Tapi it's like macam orang tak boleh kata, oh pasal tu je ke kau nak buat semua ni 21 tahun in the planning. Tapi you know, when you lost your husband, you lost your kid, as I said, somebody who's got nothing to lose is somebody very dangerous. And
the premise is good. The premise is good.
yeah, because I would do the same. And F you all, I'll kill all of you. I'll kill your mom first before I kill you. You know, that kind of marah punya. Because buat kata Gel dengan masa dia orang gaduh dengan Syadik kan, dia kata kau ingat kau baik kan. Dia kata aku ada dosa aku, kau ada dosa kau.
Yes, we bear our own sins.
Itu aku dengan tu punya pasal. Tapi I'm gonna get you. I don't know if you know, for example, like if this is what she does, but it's like look at the face, man. Aku at that point aku macam yeah, tapi I'm not saying I'm advocating violence, but there you go. But kau you're doing this. God, man, look now the area looks like that. Belum lagi kan, so mesti
macam,
ada lepas ni. Lagi 6 bulan
macam Mio pun ada cakap kan, buat apa dia nak buat apa dia punya bapa nak buat Quiet Zero ni. Does he want to play God, you know, about the Quiet Zero. So she's basically Prospera macam coming to that point where she wants to play God at this point. Baik.
Dia okay. So my theory on this So Rated Tan daripada teori yang from the last punya section.
Yang kita nampak tunnel je.
Bapak Rembrandt Daly punya deal ni is macam perang okay, tapi tak nak orang guna senjata bahayakan diri mereka. It is okay to engage war, but it's not okay you use a weapon that you can kill yourself. So dengan
biarlah manusia bunuh dengan manusia, tapi jangan guna Gundam ataupun macam extension of like using like tools of war lah.
So sekarang there is a way. Okay, so Quiet Zero, it seems to be some big database of supercomputers which
data storm
housing consciousness orang yang dah digitalize. So when you boleh digitalize a conscious, a soul, and so macam you are freeing the limitation of your physical body, so you boleh hidup dalam di server, buat apa yang you buat dalam tu, apa semua macam kita tengok area yang dalam area tu. So bezanya Airy is server dia dalam Ariel. So tak tahu siapa orang-orang yang duduk server ni, so dia ada macam proper server yang banyak gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte or whatever. But pada masa yang sama ada Gundam unit. So sekarang what it is macam Okay, manusia biasa susah nak pilot Gundam because permit score tak sampai tinggi.
Because of the
Sekarang
limitation.
Tak tahu apa lagi maksud permit score ni. Tapi orang tak boleh sebab permit score orang rendah. But if you free your physical body, macam you upload your punya consciousness, so the limitation dah tak ada dah.
Will be tak ada top gap lah. Top
So,
gap
bila you ada a digitized conscious, you boleh masukkan dalam Gundam ni semua, plus you boleh control all this digital conscious. Then this is what yang dia buat. Dia gunakannya sebagai an advanced drone. Kalau drone biasa yang dia
boleh
ni, drone biasa kau just macam boleh program daripada jauh pergi.
And aku pilot pun. Ada pilot pun duduk remote ni.
So sekarang macam kau ada drone yang bijak kata buat benda ni, musnahkan tu. Kau tak payah cerita satu-satu macam mana kau nak musnahkan chip ke apa semua. Dia boleh fikir sendiri. So this is what the power of the Quiet Zero is. So I think Rembrandt punya tu, if dia kata benda ni akan end all wars ke apa semua, or semua orang di-digitalize. So kau tak payah ada perang because kau tak ada physical body. So as long as kau boleh maintain di server jalan sepanjang masa. Or if kalau digitalize can be copied, so kau boleh satu consciousness kau copy banyak. Sorry. So kau boleh buat beratus-ratus Gundam dan actually seorang je boleh control like beratus, beribu, berjuta Gundam. So that's infinite power. Kau tak perlu rely on pilots.
Anybody got any other comments or ideas, suggestions, postulations, extrapolation?
Aku just rasa bapak Myri ni kena tipu besar-besaran lah.
Yes, that's true.
Scam.
Itu je.
Kena scam boleh?
Because I imagine Prospera ni memberi maklumat yang just enough to menipu bapak dia tu, bapak Myri ni.
Yelah, sebab dia kan berdendam.
Dendam tu satu. But dia just explain lah, anak aku trap inside here. Will you help me to free her? Then by this technology, we can stop, all these wars, and we can, as the binary group, whatever kita boleh control other mecha so that orang tak berperang lah lepas ni. Mana tahu dia like, it's for me, too bad. Memang kena tipu bulat-bulat. Serius.
Saya setuju. Anybody else? Anything to add? Kau chat pun tak ada benda nak tambah dekat apa kita punya soalan. Actually dalam gambar aku pun, apart from this, still got one. I can't believe I didn't upload those two.
Tapi inilah macam bila dah reveal at this stage benda ni kan. Kau kata it's not impossible dalam 4-5 episod boleh tamat.
Tak mau come on, because
sebab dia punya
macam bukan tak kira tak puas tau. Dari aku rasa macam there's so many questions that needs answering, but you might argue, so what question you want to ask?
Dia itulah sebab benda ni yang the main apa semua driven the whole plot everything. Sekarang kau dah reveal. So it's about like how those guys pergi sini start macam dalam wing yang masa apa yang
we are out of conflict like you saying.
Dia nak macam apa crashkan barge tu kat bumi. So kau dah tahu dah plan dia nak crashkan barge kat bumi. So it's all about macam you stopping it.
Sorry aku nak padamkan gambar. Mana
Mizi?
Mizi terkeluar ke?
I hope I didn't do that.
Kau tertendang dia keluar.
Kudos died.
I didn't. I was trying to get a picture so that to put that as a as a
What
picture.
did you do? Yang ni ke? Gundam tu?
Tak ada, because pretty much this is the picture.
Bukan ni Schwarzet ke?
Yeah, shows that. So basically aku malah nak macam boleh ikut tolak ke depan sikit. Yalah Lauda. Ni ending dia. Tu dia.
Lauda menyalahkan ni semua dia punya pasal.
Itulah because he's blaming it on Murine because dia macam still tak blame abang dia sangat. Dia kata abang dia tukar, perangai. So it's all Murine's fault.
Kan abang dia kan Gail kan kena paksa untuk like to maintain dia punya engagement dengan Mio. So at that point mungkin he was just being...
I nak tanya mana Missy. There, he's here. Hey, apa jadi bro?
Missy.
Okay, kau dah.
Habis lah.
I don't think it was me because I was handling the picture to make it to get it out. So continue on. Yeah, so you
terputus tak dia?
Tak ada gambar.
Aku mula-mula ingat aku pasal tapi I don't think so because aku tengah nak adjust gambar bubuh mata Lauda ni.
Tiba-tiba macam the whole browser hilang.
Tak, daripada tadi lagi ada 2-3 kali dia jadi kosong actually.
Oh ya ke? Okay. Anyway.
Continue Mizi.
Yeah, we were just talking about ni. Obviously the next bit will be the last bit lah, where he was looking at the
I mean sebab all things lead to this quiet zero and everything. The rest tu macam kecil sangat compare to this. So Prospera dah macam I think terlalu awal kot tunjuk cut kalau dia plan untuk extend this into 40 something punya episode.
50 lah orang target.
So they have to invent a new arc lah nanti kalau nak teruskan.
Actually kan masa tengok IBO the subsequent 24 episodes to make it 50 it is like a new arc, isn't it? There were like two. It wasn't one story. It was like a couple of stories, but obviously with the overarching story of Tekadan improving themselves.
Sebenarnya macam kalau IBO
satu season
dia satu season 2 core. Each season 2 core. You're right.
Dia first and second season. Kalau IBO dia macam kiranya sebab daripada awal lagi the story of Iron Blooded Orphans ni nak bawa Cordelia pergi bumi. So kiranya at the end of season 1 which is episode 25 ke 26 memang dah sampai lah kiranya they are like going towards. So kira macam tu kepada sesiapa yang nak tengok IBO yang tak kuat mental lah orang cakap kan. Ramai je my friend pun cakap kalau kau mental tak kuat kau tengok first season je. Tapi bila kau okay lah kau continue lah pergi second season which is actually sebenarnya kalau tak tengok pun tak apa. Tapi yelah ending kan orang cakap.
Tapi kematian yang best kat second season?
Mestilah ramai orang cakap ni siapa Yok Kujan. Yok Kujan. His kid is coming out though. His kid is coming out.
Oh really?
Yeah, dia punya was it Grace Yok Kujan is coming out. Sekali dengan
kid. I ingat anak.
Kid model kid.
Oh god.
Reduce pun dah tu.
Oni tu lah kau ni. Tak. Oni. Actually cakap pasal Oni, I was like August Mikazuki yang macam muka stone tu pun ada perasaan ada nak dekat. Dia kan
sosiopath.
Apa?
Dia kan sosiopath.
Ada
Mika. Tak ada perasaan.
Because he impregnated that girl, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Ada anak.
But you have to tengok that girl kehidupan dia very poor lah. Dia terpaksa kerja rumah pelacur, kena pukul apa semua, and then Mikazuki yes.
Dia kerja yang girl yang tukang masak tu.
Yes.
Atra?
Yeah.
Atra. Oh, tak ingat.
Dia cerita dia punya past di mana macam dia terpaksa kerja dekat brothel, tapi bukan jadi pelacur tapi tukar cuci apa semua. Banyaklah kena pukul, kena tu apa semua. So her life was very shit. And then macam Mikazuki yang tunjuk apa, he actually cares for her sebab dia tolong jaga apa adik-beradik biscuit apa semua tu. She's very helpful apa semua. So I think the romance was okay. Dah macam it's a natural development.
It was subtext, but with a very obvious punya development.
Even masa dia orang consummate tu pun masa like dah nak mati, apa the second last episode yang kita tahu apa dia nak mati pun.
Lagipun time tu dia dah tak boleh tak boleh move kalau without having the
dia kena hook
attach.
So
Dia tak attach dekat Gundam.
So did they consummate it inside Barbatos?
Yeah.
Yes.
Setakat ni
God!
You could even argue dia buat dengan Barbatos pun.
To this point he's the only one, he's the only couple yang having sex in Gundam.
In a mobile suit.
Yes, in a mobile suit, yeah.
Not only in a mobile suit, he has to be plugged in.
Ada lah couple lain yang kahwin.
Bukan couple yang consummate the relationship within a mobile suit. Memang dia je kan?
Dia je lah. Tapi ada yang kahwin dapat ada anak tu ada.
Itu banyak. Itu ada. Yang lain. Yelah.
So anyway, we have come to the end of episode 21. So I think we'll better go on to the harapan, which is the next segment. Right, harapan untuk at the moment
the
we
rest.
got episode 22 coming next week. Still no announcement. I don't think there's anything on Twitter from Sunrise or from Bandai or whatever, because they would usually tell us then whether or not they're going to continue on in the summer, because summer season bulan 7 start dah. Now kita dah pertengahan. So kita ada lagi 2-3 minggu lah of spring season left of the anime. So my harapan is a question which I put as a poll at the beginning on the Stomach of Chaos punya YouTube, which was, is this the end or will there be a season 3? Itu saya punya harapan atau soalan lah. Syaz, what's your harapan for this? For the
I'm hoping that there is another season or it just ends with a film. That is the remaining 4 lah, sebab macam tak cukup enough material for a new season. But it feels like you will be rushing the ending too fast
if you
tak sambung. So a film might be the best direction lah. So they are building up this unbreakable fortress. So dia dalam the last 4 episodes dia orang akan test the defenses tak boleh go through. So then they need to develop, they start the groundwork lah on how to bring Suleta untuk berjumpa dengan Eri. And the most likely there's going to be a major fight lah. Oh, sebenarnya kita boleh guna robot-robot kawan-kawan kita untuk menggantikan Eri. That is the new Data Storm model. So by the power of Nakama. Wah.
You and your Nakama. And next thing he'll be throwing a basketball. bola hijau. What's the name of that Gundam punya bola hijau robot tu?
Haro.
Yeah.
My friend ada about like 30 ke?
Dia punya function in every Gundam is the same, is it? A robot that helps in the house or something?
Bit different. Masa the 0079 is a toy that ayah
it's a toy actually.
Merore buat untuk dia.
Temre.
Dia selalu tinggal. And then dia ada sparingly kemunculan dengan all the UC series. Dalam alternate universe lain dia just macam muncul tapi tak ada function sangat. Seed dia muncul kembali. Seed is ceritanya adalah Kira Yamato tu is actually a mechanical genius. So dia buat 2 version lah. Dia buat Haro. Asran Zara yang buat. Asra Zara buat Haro, hadiahkan kepada Rakus Klein, tapi dia buat burung robot nama Toby, dia hadiahkan dekat Kira Yamato. Untuk Sid, untuk Double O, Haro dia ada function as a macam AI backup computer, which
bukan tu ke yang dia ada limbs tu? Macam dia dalam ni, dia macam ada limbs.
Dia tak ada limbs,
kan?
Yang apa, kalau Double O tu Lokon 100 guna dia sebagai untuk aid, nak bantu dia targeting aim. And then
targeting AI.
Targeting AI. Lepas tu siapa dah? Saji pakai dia sebagai nak bantu dia bawa the Orizer.
Because figure Lakers Clan yang Bunny tu, yang the one edit as the picture yang Bizi tengok atas tu, dia pegang Haro tu seko.
Sebab memang dia Haro tu Asran Zara yang hadiah kan.
I see.
They were supposed
because
awal-awal cerita dia orang bertunang.
I was telling myself, aku ni tak tengok Gundam Seed, tak patut beli, tapi cantik, patut. I was thinking lah, tapi it's quite expensive actually. 40,000 yen, that's 400 US dollars. It's a quarter size bunny, so it's big lah. But I've got too many bunnies. Anyway,
dalam season Seed Destiny ada macam sort of Lakus Crime punya clone.
Okay.
Bukan clone lah, dia macam pihak Zaf, sebab Lakus Crime pada
dia mati ke?
Bukan mati, dia go on hiding. Tapi macam Zaf nak portraykan Lakus Crime ni still on Zaf punya side, dia cari somebody. And then dia buat plastic surgery supaya muka dia macam Lakus Klein, and then dia make her a new idol lah.
I see.
Siapa lagi tak bagi harapan? Syaz dah ke belum? Harapan.
Aku tak ada lagi harapan kot.
Bagilah harapan kau.
Harapan
tak ada harapan.
I suspect macam bila dah reveal the Quiet Zero, there's this fortress, everything, and then dia dah tunjuk power of this fortress, and then somehow it's very clear that okay, it's up to those gang untuk find out macam mana cara nak penetrate fortress di mana semua orang dewasa yang lain fail. Tapi budak-budak umur 16 tahun ni yang akan figure out lagi bijak pada semua orang. It's a staple of Gundam, don't worry. But itulah, for me nampak macam you dah nak macam towards the end, if you were nak go on 40 episode apa semua, yang question lain tu macam tak berapa tu sangat. Either you introduce a villain ke a super terrorist yang macam impact, and then diorang ni nak kena membantu, or a new plot line ke apa semua, or a movie lah would be the most logical punya.
Have they done this before? Other president before this? Have they done a movie to conclude a series?
Actually dia, I don't say dia nak conclude. Dia lebih kepada like the whole
sebelum unicorn
0079, Zeta, Double Zeta, and then all the side story. So nak tutup, dia suppose nak tutup UC. End up dia buat lagi UC apa-apa.
Dia buat lagi sambungan.
Si tak ada movie.
Dia penutup Shah dengan Amuro storyline lah basically.
Si tak ada movie. Double O ada movie tapi pasal cerita alien, which is a bit a bummer lah. I think macam the movie only serve untuk jual a new mobile suit je. Kuanta lah, Harut Marut lah, dipakai nama malaikat.
jual model kit.
Endless Waltz is confusing sebab macam suppose dia tak tahu Marimaya punya faction tu datang daripada mana apa semua, and then how they explain kenapa Gundam kau lain.
Anyway, tapi itulah I was thinking, itulah we'll call it a day lah, I guess. So we're looking forward lah to see what we have tak ada announcement lagi, so whether or not dia akan sambung macam as if nothing happen into July, kita tak tahu whether dia nak habis and then cakap, because literally I thought at first yang kita tengok selama ni is season 1 core 2 ke apa, dia nak buat macam IBO, tapi actually when April came and they showed it, they memang dia orang tulis season 2, so I'm like,
which is quite weird. Dia macam season paling pendek sekali Gundam
Tak, dia season 1 WFM pun pendek 12. So it's like,
itulah biar Gundam tak pernah buat macam ni supaya it's a long.
So aku heran lah, so whether or not it's because mengambil arah tujuan lain sampai format pun tukar, itulah just out of ini kepada hobbies, kepada peminat-peminat Gundam. I mean, siapa yang tahu dah tahulah, tapi macam as you can see, I was flexing my Murino t-shirt. My other t-shirt is this one.
Lama.
Ariel.
Dia jual macam about $30 lah. Dia tak banyak. Dia cost it's a shop called Cospa. Cospa basically one of the stuff they do is actually cosplay punya stuff. So kalau pada orang yang macam nak cosplay benda yang dah jual terus, diorang buat. So for example, uniform urine, uniform holder, semua dia buat for women. Tapi size dia pun lah paling besar XL lah. So maknanya kalau you European size L, that's it lah. You cannot wear anything. If you're bigger than that, you cannot wear anything that they make. You have to make it yourself. So they actually do pretty much everything anime would have. Not everything, tapi kalau everything current, they will have it in stock lah. So kalau minat Bochi The Rock ke, kalau minat Konosuba ke, whatever, adalah. Tapi it's quite for kat Malaysia ini tak tahu lah boleh buat jadi business angle, tapi macam kalau tak ada siapa literally bringing this stuff in, that might be an idea.
Ada kot. I notice ni dekat Shopee rasanya ada.
Masalahnya kan
ada personal shopper untuk like direct from Japan. I think I notice nampak dari Hathaway punya. Kalau if you watch Hathaway, kan Gigi Andalusia ada pakai jaket yang EFSF punya jaket tu. So memang dia ada buat lah. Cospa ada buat.
Dulu aku fikir juga like, asal orang Malaysia nak pakai personal shopper, beli sendiri lah kan. Tapi I just realised not everybody has a credit card. Kan? Atau lagi, tak ada facility nak bayar guna. You know, you might have Maybank to you but you don't have PayPal, because those things banyak dia punya songeh dia, because so yeah, fair enough. And lagi tu cukai kat Malaysia tax ni mengarutnya bila dia whole, you have to go to them, which is so bizarre. Like dia orang
boleh je kalau dekat sebab macam for me kan I bought some of this from direct from Australia. So if you friends with the custom punya agent, so sebab custom dia kalau macam ni you have to go to them and then pick up the item kan. Kalau macam kita orang, sebab because we regularly dealing with the agents between custom and then customer, so their agents you can just settle or myself.
Custom agent? Is it like a private company that deals with Jabatan Custom Excise Malaysia?
Tak, kalau dekat macam dia bukan, dia macam agent yang dealing with yang can vouch for you. So kira macam dia settle, dia sign off satu form lah kiranya, bagi tahu yang, and then dia process daripada you just pay him like bayar cash apa semua, dan akan keluar receipt sekali dengan borang custom tu, and then dia akan forward to your address. Tak payahlah nak pergi. Kalau macam I convenient sebab pos laju tu tak adalah jauh sangat dari rumah, tapi for others
tapi kalau I duduk kat KL, kata I got tax, and then
tak ada, memang kena pergi.
I kena pergi Sepang, and then katalah I buy an Android, and then so dekat UK lain, because you just pay, if it's DHL will tell you there's tax, and you just pay online. Kalau our version of pos laju pun we pay online, atau depo tu dekat my house pun, so I pergi kat dia bayar terus habis itu. Tak ada macam nak isi borang ke travel 3
banyak
jam.
Kita orang kena go through MySafe under Kementerian.
So I can understand why people go to a personal shopper, because as you say, these personal shoppers, would have a custom agent. Tapi itulah, buying stuff from Japan, the next best thing is to go to Japan yourself lah. Tapi mahal lah kan.
Tiket lagi. Tapi yalah, nothing beats the experience lah, I would say.
Anyway, so kita dah tiba di penghujung sesi Bedah ni. Diharapkan penonton di rumah terhibur dengan ulasan kami malam ini. Untuk sesi yang akan datang, kami juga berharap untuk memberi ulasan secara live stream untuk penghabisan, as I said, Demon Slayer, Swordsmith Village arc. That one definitely has a ending. It should end by this season, by this spring season. Sesiapa yang ada sok media obviously dah nampak lah macam all this palatau post season 4 is now in the making.
Yes.
It's like,
baru announce.
They have to make season 4. But the thing
Of course.
It does
Tak tahu bila.
Tapi it does indicate that they've called it the Infinity Castle arc. So kemungkinan diorang mungkin akan campur the Hashira training arc as part of it. We do not know because
Sebab pendek je. Training arc tu pendek je.
So regardless lah, kalau macam mana pun in the process ke whatever ke, don't expect it to be out until 2025 in my opinion, or at the very latest late 2024
next year lah.
Dan juga Jikokuraku atau Hell's Paradise, kami juga akan obviously for the season finale actually I've not caught up on Jikokuraku. I'm going to like watch it after this. Like not now, but because saya banyak sangat masa duk buat benda lain lah sekarang ni. Tak ada masa nak tengok anime. So apa, Jikokuraku daripada cara perjalanan cerita dia, nampak gayanya again will not finish it in this season. There's no announcement for them to continue it on straight to the summer season, so it might be another season at another time or just them continue on. Kita tak tahu lagi. Tapi whatever it is, it will not finish at 12. There's a bit to go yet because manga dia 13 volume. So macam mana pun kami akan mengumumkan tarikh untuk sesi-sesi Bedah ni di masa terdekat, tapi masa yang samalah 9 PM Malaysian time. Hari dia mungkin weekday kalau Nick tak ada any sesi Bedah ke atau discussion pasal trailer ke apa dekat-dekat time Raya Haji nanti. So pada anda yang baru ke sesi kami, jangan lupa untuk berlanggan, berkongsi dan tekan butang like untuk kedua-dua laman YouTube stomachofchhaos.com dan BuzzPopTV laman Pop Culture Suka Ramai Malaysia, supaya anda tidak ketinggalan untuk sesi kami yang datang. Dan jika anda ingin menonton sesi-sesi kami yang sebelum ini, selain daripada arkib kami yang mengandungi sesi ulasan stream yang penuh, laman YouTube STOMACHOFCHAOS juga mengandungi video recast yang mengambil tema spesifik dari perbincangan kami yang lampau. So, terima kasih kerana sudi bersama kami sekali lagi, dan kepada perakan panelis saya hari ini, Osukare sama Desta, kepada Mizi, Myra dan juga Shaz, dan saya
Osukare sama
Ijo des Mata Tode. Jumpa lagi di masa hadapan. Bye.